Thank you. And what's going on, high school football fans? Welcome in to the high school game day game of the week, fueled by Enmarket right here on ESPNcoastal.com and wherever you're watching right now. We're here from Pooler Stadium for the new Hampstead Phoenix and Windsor Forest Knights big matchup to kick off the 2021 season. They're taking the field right now, about to take the field and getting ready for the coin toss. Both these teams looking to start the season in a good way after what I would think is a much more normal offseason in 2021. You think about where these teams were a year ago. Windsor Forest was quarantining a couple weeks before their first game against New Hampstead, and New Hampstead was, of course, going through all the motions and trying to figure out contact tracing, everything like that, everyone affected by the pandemic last year. And, of course, we're still in it and still trying to get through it, but a much more normal offseason and start to the year this year as we're at the end of August, right where we should be at a high school football field starting the 2021 season. And I can't wait to get this underway. Both teams 6-2 last year. Both teams, yes, we're returning a lot of starters, returning a lot of important guys, also having to fill in those gaps, though, as well, of guys departing, moving on to the next level. And I can't wait to see who those new guys are tonight that step up and take the reins and put their name, put their stamp on these football teams moving forward. But at the end of the day, it's out of region play. It's the start of the 2021 season, and we're ready to go here from Pooler Stadium as we start to have the coin toss and everything like that. So teams about to take the field. Let's pan on over to the field itself as we get set for kickoff and coin toss and all those great things to start this 2021 season. Windsor Forest, the away team this evening. New Hampstead at home here at Pooler Stadium. Discussions happening there at midfield before the coin toss. New Hampstead going with their all golds tonight to start off the 2021 season. Windsor Forest going to be in the white tops, white bottoms there with the green helmets. So we'll see how the coin toss here goes and what happens. But, yeah, both these teams looking for a hot start, coming off a ton of momentum there in 2020, even with the shortened season and everything like that. Both these teams, playoff teams from last year, both did fall there in the first round. But you can tell that both coaches excited about who they have back this year. You look at Windsor Forest, Mike Caballero, of course, their undisputed leader of this football team, being a 4-year starter and huge playmaker every single season he's been on the field for the Knights. Of course, some other very talented individuals there for the Knights as well. You have Trayvon Savage, who made some huge plays last year. Abassi Scott there at wide receiver, looking to make some big plays down the field. Rashid Knowles on his defensive position. Now Windsor Forest going to receive. New Hampstead deferred to the second half. New Hampstead won the coin toss, deferred there to the second half. Windsor Forest will start the contest with the ball. So we'll see these teams take the field here from Pooler Stadium in just a few minutes, get the 2021 season started. Now, as for New Hampstead last year, they start off the year with that tight win over Windsor Forest. It was 7-6 last year, so hopefully we have that kind of, a couple backflips getting ready for the Phoenix this year. So, hey, looking forward to that. That was Caleb Smith there with the electric entrance for the Phoenix. But now New Hampstead coming off a 6-2 season as well. Like we said, the big win over Windsor Forest to start the year. And this from Travis Dijon, actually, in this series. New Hampstead 3-0, an average margin of victory of 1.6. So, hey, no matter what, we should be looking forward to a great game tonight. Hopefully, the kind of back and forth game that we've seen out of the three games in this series between the Phoenix and the Knights. Once again, New Hampstead will take the field and kick off here to Windsor Forest to start 2021 from Pooler Stadium. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Of course, all the fans showing out here at Pooler Stadium. The electricity, the energy, no doubt, is here, and that's what you love about high school football. People showing out for their program, showing up, showing support. Certainly have plenty of that this evening, and we've made it through another offseason here of not having football. And I always say it's back in the blink of an eye, and we're getting set to start it all here for 2021. Back for Windsor Forest will be Abasi Scott. Trayvon Savage back there as well for the Knights. Lining up to kick it off there for New Hampstead will be Terrell Hedman for the Phoenix. Once again in the all golds there with the maroon helmet, Windsor Forest in the all whites with the green helmets. And here we go. We get the 2021 season kicked off and underway. Short kick, fair catch there by number 15, and there's going to be a flag. Fair catch there by Jordan Scott by Windsor Forest. Going to have some yardage tacked on at the end of that after a late hit, unnecessary roughness there by New Hampstead. You see that arm go up? Yeah, sure. Got to give him a yard to catch it and to bring it down. Certainly can't make any contact. So Windsor Forest comes on out. Of course, the leader of this football team, as we said, Michael Caballero, but plenty of talent around him here for the Windsor Forest Knights. And we'll see, most importantly, who lines up there under center for the Knights. And it'll be number 4, Dante Dorman Jr., Mike Caballero to his left. Lining up there in the shotgun. Great field position to start the game for Windsor Forest. Storman takes the snap, hands off to Caballero off the right side. Great pressure there by New Hampstead and penetration. That's big number 74 for the Phoenix, Christian Johnson. With the tackle and able to blow it up there on the right side. Also number 56, Zias Brinson, able to get in there. Both seniors on the right side of this defense for New Hampstead. Now 2nd and 14 for the Knights. It's Dorman once again in the shotgun. Dorman takes a snap, takes it himself off the left side, finds a hole. Taken down there after about a 6-7 yard gain. That's big Jamel Coast, running back and linebacker for the Phoenix, able to put the hit on Dorman, but not after a good pickup. Able to get it to 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and medium, 3rd and 8 or so for Windsor Forest.
Going to be 3rd down and about 7 yards for Windsor Forest.
Dorman gets the play call in. A couple wide receivers to his right side. Caballero to his right as well. In the shotgun, there's going to be motion on the left side there, on the left side of that offense for Windsor Forest. That's going to backtrack them another 5 yards there with the false start.
Windsor Forest.
It's going to be about a 3rd and 12. So you get good field position to start the game, and certainly might have a couple downs here, depending on what the play call is here. Obviously, what happens and what Jeb Stewart would elect to do. This might be 4th down territory, or possibly could pin them back deep. But let's see what happens here on 3rd and 13. Dorman in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to his right. Caballero to his left. Or to his right, excuse me. Dorman takes a snap, rotates over to his right, looking downfield. Throws it up, tipped off the wide receiver's hands. Had a man downfield. That was Trayvon Savage, but a little too high. Savage couldn't come down with it. And with no gain there on that play, obviously, Windsor Forest bringing out the punt team. So you hope to salvage something out of this. Good field position to start the game and try and pin New Hampstead deep. But the Phoenix send back Taranio Bias, their wide receiver, senior wide receiver for the Phoenix. I'll get better at saying that as the night goes on.
Toronto Bias.
Knights punt team sends it off. Solid punt there by Windsor Forest. Fair catch caught at the 16-yard line there by Bias. So not great field position for New Hampstead, but certainly better than it could have been. Still a solid punt there by Windsor Forest. And now we'll see Polly Seeley come out with this New Hampstead offense. And New Hampstead offense that has plenty of playmakers back. Sure, Polly Seeley, his sophomore season last year, didn't start as a quarterback. Split time there kind of throughout the season, was able to take over as the season progressed, with New Hampstead dealing with some injuries throughout the year as well. Now comes in 2021. This is his team as a junior. Lines up in the pistol. Jamel Coast to his back. Fullback to his left. He turns, play action, rolls out to the left, looking downfield, has a man with a diving catch. There is number 14, Caden Sonnabend, the tight end, senior tight end there, goes to the ground to make the catch and is able to bring it up. Good 15-yard pitch and catch to start the drive, pick up some momentum for the New Hampstead Phoenix. Sealy to the line now, back in the pistol. Jamel Coast on his back. Takes a snap, looks to his right. On the slant, that's in and out of the hands of Zion Griffin. Well, right there, kind of right on target, just wasn't able to bring it in. Maybe looking at where he wanted to run afterwards before he brought it in. But well-delivered ball. You see what New Hampstead is looking to come out here to do. Two plays so far, 2 passes, 2 intermediate passes, but still trying to get Polly Sealy there in a rhythm to start off this game, to start off the season. Now Polly Sealy back in the gun, running back to his right. Sealy takes a snap, looks to his left, looking downfield. Kind of back and forth there, a little physical play. New Hampstead Phoenix fans certainly want a flag there, but no call. That's going to be incomplete. So now 3rd and 10 after a couple incompletions there with Sealy. The first one through the wide receiver's hands. Second one, wide receiver, defensive back, getting a little physical downfield, but no call. Now Sealy back in the pistol. Dante Chisholm behind him and there at running back on 3rd and 10. Sealy takes the snap. Scanning the field, looking to his right, throws it downfield up the seam, got a man, that's number 1. Tarani Obasi spins. He is going down the sideline, 20, 10, nobody's going to catch him. That's a touchdown, New Hampstead. Phoenix get on the scoreboard first here in 2021 and in Pooler Stadium. Great run after the catch there by Bias as Sealy just looked up and saw a man running down the seam, fit it right in there between the safety and the cornerback, and all the rest was Taranio Bass able to break a tackle, make a spin move, and find the edge down the field for the touchdown. Great running after the catch there by Bass. And the Phoenix get on the board here first in Pooler Stadium. Now the PAT, we'll see if they have the formation, have the look they want here to attempt to go for 2, or if they shift back into the normal PAT formation. Let's see here. You do have Sealy out there at quarterback and as the holder. Waiting for the signal from the coach. It looks like they are going to go for 2 here. Sealy, option to the right, now looks up. Has a man, that's number 13, Zion Griffin. They had the look they wanted. That's why you go out and start in that formation. If you don't have it, you shift right to the normal PAT formation. If not, you get the mismatch and you end up getting the 2 points. So solid execution there by Sealy and Griffin, and solid call there as well by the coach, obviously seeing the look and taking the chance. So New Hampstead off to a 8-0 lead after their first drive by the Phoenix, and all passes there on that drive as well. You can see a lot of confidence there in Polly Sealy, especially 2 straight plays there, 2 straight incompletions, 3rd and 10 still. Putting it in his hands and letting him wing it, letting him let that thing fly. Great, again, run after the catch by Taranio Bias. So we'll see if Windsor Forest has an answer here. A little bit of movement there on that first possession, but that false start really kind of slowed them down there and slowed that whole drive down. It kind of halted all of it. We'll see what they can do and get the ball for the second time here in 2021.
Terrell Hedman to kick off.
Terrell Hedman ready to go, waiting for the whistle from the refs, and he's on a little squib kick, bounces over the front man, and number 15 rushing up there for Windsor Forest. That's Jordan Scott, sophomore. Good job that 2 times by him with good hands. First on the fair catch, and while getting hit there on the first kickoff where he drew a penalty, a second time rushing up to get that squib kick.
First down and 10. Nice.
9:36 left here in the first quarter. New Hampstead with the 8-0 lead here, and Windsor Forest comes back out with Dante Dorman there at quarterback, Mike Caballero to his left in the gun. Dorman takes the snap, off to Caballero off the right side, makes a man miss, still carrying a guy, goes down there after the 2 or 3 yard gain. Still hit right at the line of scrimmage, able to carry Rodney Wade a couple yards before he goes down. Gets a second and manageable here, 2nd and 7 for the Windsor Forest Knights. No surprise there, Rodney Wade able to make the tackle, leading tackler by New Hampstead Phoenix for the last 2 years. Dante Dorman back in the gun once again, hands it to, it's a turn. That's Travion Scott with the ball, a little misdirection there, counter play by Windsor Forest off the right side and tricked everybody, including me there for a second, able to carry it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Huge gain by Windsor Forest. Senior comments here as well. Taranio Bass with the touchdown catch from Paulie Seeley a few minutes ago. And then the two-point conversion, by New Hampstead, making it 8-0 here with 8:51 to go in the first quarter. Now, on the 26-yard line, Dorman lines up in the gun. Takes a snap off to Caballero off the left side. Cuts it back inside. Carrying a couple men for 4 or 5 yards. And man, he has plenty of people in the backfield to try and make miss. And he's been able to do that, getting positive yardage every single time, keeping those legs churning. But just feel like he's looking for that open space a little bit more. You give him an inch, Caballero's going to take a mile. No doubt about that. 2nd and 6. Once again here for Windsor Forest. Dorman in the gun. Caballero to his right. Dorman takes a snap. Hands it off to Caballero again. Off the left side. Breaks a couple tackles. Tries to cut up to the right. Number 8 there. Chadwick Seymour able to bring him down in open space. Not quite enough for the first down up to the 19 there of New Hampstead. It's 3rd and 2 for Windsor Forest. Certainly, we'll see if this is 2-down territory or not for the Knights. But at the end of the day, you have Mike Caballero there in the backfield. He doesn't look very tired yet, and he's been falling forward every single time he gets the ball so far. I think 1 negative play so far in the running game for the Knights. Dorman takes a snap off to Caballero off the left side again, cuts up the right, into the middle, teeth of the defense, still able to spin, carry tacklers there to about the 16-yard line. That is going to be enough for first down for the Windsor Forest Knights at the 16 of New Hampstead. It's going to stop the clock, 7:20, left in the first here. We're just getting underway in the 2021 season from Pooler Stadium. Dante Dorman comes in with the play call. Once again, from the gun, 2 wide receivers to his right. Mike Caballero to his right as well. Dorman takes a snap. They fake the end around that time, and it is swallowed up. Didn't trick anyone there. That's number 82, I believe, Elijah Walker. That's it, 82, Elijah Walker. Great rush off the edge there, and good eye discipline as well. They ran a little counter end around play a second ago, got big yards with Trayvon Savage. This time they tried to fake it. And Elijah Walker was not fooled at all. Dorman back in the gun. Once again, trips to his right now. Mike Caballero to his right as well there at running back. 2nd and 15 after the 5-yard loss. And Windsor Forest going to take a timeout here and talk about this one. They've gotten backed up a little bit, and that's kind of have run the football quite a bit. Gone back to pass once or twice, but you kind of start to get off schedule with a primarily run-based offense, and that's when you want to talk about it a little bit. So 2nd and 15 here for Windsor Forest. Mike Caballero taking the majority of the run plays there, and man, he's just carrying tacklers 4 or 5 yards every time he can. That big chunk play by Savage is really the only time Windsor Forest has been able to get out into space, but still in the red zone now, trying to knock on the door here and break it down, score those first points of 2020. Now, with the offenses here, wouldn't be surprised to see a score fest, but I mean, last year, you look at now, you understand everything that was going on last year at this time, but last year this was a 7-6 ball game between these two teams, and it's always been close between the Knights and the Phoenix when they match up. Three games, 3 wins by the Phoenix, and thanks to Travis Jadon earlier today, a 1.6 point differential in those 3 games. So hopefully we have another game like that here for you this evening from Pooler Stadium. Out of the timeout, Dorman in the gun, trips to his right, same look as they showed before. Caballero to his right as well. Dorman takes a snap, running to his right, rolling out now, looks downfield, has a man, just out of bounds though. The throw just out of bounds, and there is a flag on the play as well. Had Kerwin Tatnall leaking out down the sideline with no one on him, just wasn't able.
From Dante Dorman, it was intended for number 8, Kerwin Tatnall, and that's a flag.
Wasn't able to get it to him. Flag here. It's going to be a hold on Windsor Forest. So these penalties backing up Windsor Forest in some crucial moments. First time it was on a 2nd and 8, or 3rd and 8, turned it into a 3rd and 13. Now on the second drive here, already a 2nd and 13. That's going to make it a 2nd and 23.
On Windsor Forest.
And this drive that had gotten all the way down to the 16, backed up now to the 35 for Windsor Forest. Dante Dorman in the gun. Caballero to his left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Caballero up the right side.
Mike Caballero, the ball.
And that is going to be Rodney Wade bringing him down once again. Rodney Wade all over the field here for New Hampstead. And with Caballero, just can't let that train get rolling, right? Can't let his momentum get rolling. And New Hampstead doing a good job of that tonight. Really just kind of keeping them bottled up. 3-4 yard gains, but not much more than that. When you have these big holding penalties and things like that, hurting Windsor Forest certainly helps the Phoenix defense that much more. Now 3rd down. Need to get to the 16 to get a first. 3rd and 20. Takes a snap. Now looks to his right. A lot of pressure. And we're going to call the play here because of defensive lineman losing his helmet. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what they call here because obviously no one was down. Defensive lineman did lose a helmet though. And they immediately called the play. So what happens to the offense in that situation? Certainly did not look like a broken play there by Windsor Forest. Great pressure by New Hampstead, but still, you'd love to see the result of that play either way. Let's see what refs come back here with and how they set it up. We'll see. Let's see if they just reset. See if they just reset this 3rd down and try it again here or not. Maybe an inadvertent whistle. Even then, feel like that would burn the play. But they're just going to set it back up. 3rd down from the 31.
That was an inadvertent whistle on the last play.
Dorman in the gun. 2 wide receivers to either side of him. Caballero to his right. Dorman takes a snap, looking to his right. Gets it out to Caballero. Well, tried to. Over his head, though, and it trickles out of bounds for Windsor Forest. So now 4th down, need to get down to the 7-yard line.
Bringing up a 4th down and long.
But at the 31, and I think definitely too long for a field goal here for Windsor Forest. It looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field here. So Fourth down, need to get to about the 6.5-6 yard line to get a first. 5:06 to go here in the first quarter. Dorman getting set in the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to his left, flips it out to Caballero, just trying to get some yards here. And the whole New Hampstead defense swarming to Caballero to make the tackle. That's 6, 7, 8 New Hampstead defenders there to bring Caballero down. A little extracurricular activity there, as well as you get that many. You get that many people there trying to make the same tackle. You're probably going to have that a little bit. So Caballero not able to pick up the first there, and New Hampstead will take it over at the 31. So you're going to have that at the end of the day in these early games, right? You're going to have silly turnovers, silly things happen, silly penalties as well that kind of take you out of what you want to do, and that's what we've seen from Windsor Forest tonight. Some very good, some very positive plays from the Windsor Forest offense, but untimely penalties with a false start and a holding play that really just got that offensive possession backtracking is what's been killing them so far. So now Pauly Seeley and the New Hampstead offense gets back to it. Dante Chisholm behind Seeley there in the pistol. Jamel Coast to his right, now shifts over to his left. And Seeley ready to take the snap. Takes it, hands it off there to Chisholm. Swallowed up there in the middle of the line. Good pressure getting off blocks there by Windsor Forest. That's number 59, Rasheed Knowles, making his presence felt. Number 70 as well, Dimitri Mitchell for Windsor Forest. The nose guard there for the Knights. The defensive line for Windsor Forest. Pretty big. That's going to be a pretty tough defensive line to run against for sure. A solid defense always by Windsor Forest there. So Seeley in the pistol again, takes a snap, looks to his left, swings it out on a little hook route to number 10. That's Andre Bright trying to break a tackle and yards after catch. Defensive back trying to punch the ball out there. There is a penalty, though, as well.
Paul Seeley's pass was complete to number 10, Andre Bright. Stopped by Windsor Forest.
And we'll see what happens here with the penalty, but 2 flags here on the play, I'm being told. So we'll see what happens. One against offense, defense, that cancel out. Something like that. Either way, New Hampstead comes out swinging once again with the pass plays and gets really good chunky yards, about 15, 16 yards there on that one if it stands. Now let's see what happens here with the call.
False start, offense.
Now, personal foul on the defense and a penalty on the offense as well. Those are going to offset and bring it back to 2nd and 7.
It was a false start on the offense. Personal foul defense.
Leaving illegal formation there by New Hampstead in some way. Didn't have enough people on the line or something like that when they were set up. Had too many people in motion.
Second down.
And Windsor Forest there with a personal foul penalty. So it was offset. Bring it back to 2nd and 7 here for New Hampstead after we get everything squared away with the officials. Pauly Seeley looking at the sideline there. Kyle Hockman calling in the plays. Getting everything ready to go. Seeley now lines up in the pistol from the 34-yard line. Seeley takes a snap, looking to his left, scanning the field now over the middle as big number 14 once again is brought down there at the 42-yard line. That's Caden Sonnaband, the senior tight end. Feel like he's going to be a big part of this offense. He's big, lanky, strong body there from Sonnaband, and he can certainly move. Able to make the catch, turn around, pick up a few yards, even after contact. It's going to be a first down. New Hampstead as they come out swinging with the passing game once again with this spread pistol offense and Pauly Seeley. Now Seeley in the pistol once again. Dante Chisholm behind him there at the running back spot. Ooh, Seeley, yep. It's going to get him there on the left side of the defensive line for Windsor Forest. The snap count going to get Windsor Forest in once again another penalty there on the Knights.
Gonna be a 5-yard
5
penalty.
free yards for Windsor Forest, an offense that is feeling good
Gonna make it
already.
First down and 5, Phoenix.
Defensive linemen, though, at the end of the day, I mean, they want to disrupt all these pass plays. It's being successful for New Hampstead. Can't blame them. Sealy now to the left, hands it off there to Chisholm. Nope, not going anywhere, though. Big number 15 for Windsor Forest, Jordan Scott, able to come off the edge, make the tackle in open field. Good open field tackle, but there by Scott. That's a loss of 3 for New Hampstead. Going to bring it back to 2nd and 8. So get some of those yards back from the penalty. Not all. And we'll see New Hampstead reset here, swapping out some personnel. Bringing some new guys in the ball game we haven't seen just yet, but this roster is certainly plenty of depth. Supposedly from Coach Hockman, almost 100 players on this New Hampstead football team this year, so really filling out the numbers. Sealy in the pistol now. Play action rolling to his right. Some pressure there by Windsor Forest. Still looking down. Pump fake. Able to tuck it down and almost get to the first down. We'll see if he got enough. Certainly looks like it as he gets down to the 31-yard line. That's going to be enough to move the chains for Polly Sealy and New Hampstead. So you see it there. Polly Sealy. I mean, that's what's impressed so many people around Savannah, so many people, of course, on this New Hampstead staff, as well as his ability to execute and make these passes, make these accurate passes and reads, but also tuck it down when he needs to. When he needs to. Doesn't do it all the time. When he needs to and get those extra yards. Move the chains there for the Phoenix. Sealy in the pistol and running back behind him, Caleb Smith. And let's see here, the snap count once again looks like got those defensive linemen for Windsor Forest. Again, you can't blame them. They want to get after this quarterback. They want to disrupt the offense a little bit, especially they've been getting pretty good pressure as well as Dimitri Mitchell was the one who chased out Polly Sealy on the last play, but he comes out there after he jumps a little bit there on that defensive line.
Just shot a 25-yard line.
Caleb Smith still at running back to the left of Sealy. Sealy back in the gun, takes a snap, rolling out to his left. Flag down there to the left side as well. Now Sealy trying to make things work, running all around to try and find some open space. Finally dragged down. But once again, we have the flag to look forward to and see what happens. But that is Samuel Whitley there for Windsor Forest, who's finally able to track down and corner Polly Sealy there in the backfield. Let's see what happened here. It was pretty quick flag on the left side.
Sealy was stopped by Windsor Forest.
And it looked like we have another
Samuel Whitley.
Procedure penalty there on New Hampstead. Just not lining up in the proper positions. And you talk about how quick it was, not lining up in the proper positions. Boom, once they hike the football, that's going to be a flag. So back it up a little bit there for New Hampstead. And we'll move on here back to a 1st and 10 once again. So 5 yards forward, 5 yards back for the offense there after the basically offsetting penalties after the false start and then the procedure penalty. Now Sealy back in the gun. Jamel Coast to his left. Now ready for it. Sealy takes a snap, gives it to Coast up the middle, finds a hole. Coast to the 10, to the 5. No one's going to catch him. That's a touchdown at New Hampstead. Jamel Coast getting the handoff, and I'll tell you what, that is a beautiful run play, not only by Coast, but by that offensive line. He got the ball. Once he got the ball, he looked up, man, he saw a gaping hole there on the left side of that line. Maybe someone got a hand on the shoulder pad, but that's it. Once he was able to break through the line, saw nothing but green grass in the corner of the end zone. It's another touchdown for New Hampstead, brings it to 14-0. 1:04 left here in the first quarter. And now let's see, got a bit of the swinging gate formation here. New Hampstead did go for it out of this formation earlier, had a slant that Polly Sealy threw to Zion Griffin. Now, Let's see what they do here. Looks like they're going to snap it again. Throws it off to the left. Jamel Coast swallowed up. Looks like it. Finally bring him down there on that left side. So tried the little pitch off the snap to Jamel Coast, but Windsor Forest able to execute that very well and swallow it up there in the backfield. But either way, New Hampstead very balanced to start off. Well, balanced in when you talk about the production, play calling, probably certainly favoring the pass so far. But you get everybody spread out, you get everybody on their the back of their heels, waiting for the pass play. Then you have big Jamel Coast in the backfield, able to take it to the house whenever you give him some open space. And I'll tell you that again, got to give some props to that offensive line. Coast looked up and saw a wide open hole to run through, and that nothing better for a running back to look up and see no one in his way. Now, if you're Windsor Forest, you've seen some production from the offensive side of the football. Just got to be able to execute big penalties and big positions for this team have proved costly on their first two drives. Terrell Hedman back once again to kick it off. We'll see what happens here. Another squib kick right to the up back there for Windsor Forest at midfield. That's number 28, Antonio Arocha.
Number 28, Antonio Arocha.
Pretty consistent there with the squib kicks from New Hampstead, but Windsor Forest, their hands team, doing a good job. They're up back so far, doing a good job falling on top of those ones. So it's been very run heavy, as you might expect from Windsor Forest. In this one, when you got big Mike Caballero there in the backfield and Trayvon Savage as well. But got to get rid of these penalties and good field position either way. I mean, very solid field position every time you started. I think that the farthest back you've started in this one is about the 40-yard line after that first squib kick. So we'll see what happens on the Knights here in this one. A man coming on late here for Windsor Forest. Finds a spot in the line. Dorman now in the gun. Caballero to his right once again. Savage in motion. Handed to Savage. No, it's on the ground. It's on the ground. It looks like New Hampstead has it. You got to see that. Certainly looks like the Phoenix think they have it as well, and they are going to come up with the football. That's number 82, Elijah Walker. Able to fall on that one, and you start bringing up the motion and things like that, and you got to make sure you secure the football on the hands-off and on those transitions, and that's just all it came to be. You hand it to Savage, and he just never had it, tried to run with it, dropped on the ground there, and Elijah, once again, Elijah Walker there doing a great job recognizing where the football was and falling right on top of it as fast as possible. So 54 seconds in the first quarter. Pauly Seeley and this offense that is certainly feeling great and loaded with momentum right now gets the ball in Windsor Forest territory. And if you're this defense as well, kind of gassed for Windsor Forest right now also. Seeley in the pistol, looking to his right. A double move there now on the wheel route. That's Bias again. Already has a touchdown in this one. Taranio Bias, and I saw a little double move there on the right side from Zion Griffin. Seeley pulled it down, didn't go with that, instead went with a bit of a wheel route there from Taranio Bias. So Seeley doing a great job executing, not only going with his first read, but dropping it down and fitting it in there to Bias for the big gain. Now, Phoenix, 28-yard line of Windsor Forest. Seeley in the pistol again, takes a snap. Well, he got me on that one. But he didn't get the defensive lineman there for Windsor Forest, which was good. Seeley, again, in the pistol, ready to take the snap here. He does this time. Number 24 gets good push from that offensive line. Again, still going with the first down. That is Caleb Smith with the run right up the middle out of that pistol formation. The pass working well. Now the run game starting to churn for the New Hampstead Phoenix. And that offensive line getting good push. Looking around the area, Camden County leading tonight 21-0. It's Brunswick with an early lead over Pierce County 6-0. McIntosh County Academy leading Glen Academy 6-0 there in the first. And that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here from Pooler Stadium. New Hampstead with a 14-0 lead over Windsor Forest in this one. Well, thank our sponsors here for sure putting all this and making it possible for us here on ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket. And Enmarket, you can find fresh food, healthy snack choices, helpful employees at your local Enmarket. We strive to serve our local communities through kind and clean in-store service and community involvement. Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives throughout Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. We know at Enmarket Gas Station you'll be able to find fresh, fast, fresh choice and a friendly face as well there at Enmarket. Remember as well, Granger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award-winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can have and can receive. Find out more at GrangerHonda.com. So I certainly appreciate everyone tuning in this evening and everyone, all our sponsors who are able to help us put it on here at ESPN Radio's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket here on ESPNCoastal.com. Appreciate you tuning in here as we start off the second quarter from Pooler Stadium. New Hampstead with a 14-0 lead here for the Phoenix over Windsor Forest in the first game of 2021. Kicking it off with some great momentum. Polly Seeley now in the pistol, gets the snap. Play action to Coast over the middle with the catch and shedding a tackle. That's Caden Sonoman into the end zone. Over the middle. It's just a beautiful pop pass, quick pop pass to the tight end there over the center of the field. And Seeley able to fit it in a window there right in between the linebackers and the safety. So beautiful play action as well. Good idea there after getting the touchdown from Coast on the big run play the possession before. So at the end of the day, this offense feeling it right now. 3 straight touchdowns to start off the 2021 season for New Hampstead. Now in this swinging gate, they're going to go for it once again. Seeley motioning to his right. Now he's just going to go to the end zone himself.
Conversion attempt is good.
And New Hampstead, well, there is a flag on this one on the right side of the offense. So let's see here, actually.
Brings your score with 11:53 remaining.
It would have been 2 for 3
The New Hampstead Phoenix 22
with that 2-point formation so far. But looks like that is going to be a procedure penalty and going to come back for New Hampstead. So at the end of the day, you get everyone spread out in that. It looks like they're always, or they're going out. If they snap to Seeley, going out to that right side, and you got to choose whether to defend the pass routes or whether to defend Seeley himself. And that time Seeley just decides to take it in himself. Sadly, a procedure penalty to start that one. And New Hampstead coming out in what looks like the normal PAT formation now that it's pushed back.
Receiver downfield, so that brings it back
to about the 7.5-yard line here. So looking like a normal PAT attempt from New Hampstead on this one. It's going to be Terrell Hedman with the first PAT attempt of the 2021 season. That one short and to the left, though, and no good. And New Hampstead now 20-0 over Windsor Forest, and the offense now 3 for 3 on offensive possessions for New Hampstead. So the Phoenix offense feeling good. Polly Seeley, good balance again between the pass and the run for this New Hampstead offense, and I mean, it's looking solid, looking pretty loaded when you spread around it and you see the talent that this offense has coming back from last year for New Hampstead as well. A lot of experience for the Phoenix, and they're showing that here tonight. Also, remember, cash and carry. Pull your part and make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every week. And they make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. Cash and carry, pull your part. New Hampstead back to it on the special teams, getting lined up. Try this. We'll see if they try this squib kick once again. Windsor Forest has done a good job of keeping track of it tonight, and bringing it in, getting good field position for the Knights, but just haven't been able to do anything with it. Trying to get it in the right spot here for the New Hampstead kick team. And as a kicker, you got to make sure everything's perfect. Always got to do it the same way or you mess it up there. So we'll see here. So we have Terrell Hedman, squib kick there on the right side, and Windsor Forest, they able to swallow that one up once again as Jordan Scott has been back there several times, able to do well there on those squibs and not let anything go. So good field position again for the Knights, about the 44-yard line in their own territory, but untimely mistakes, untimely penalties for the Knights have kind of been the story of their night so far, is holding penalties, false starts, big fumble on that last possession on the first play of the possession. Now, Dante Dorman in the gun. Caballero to his right, takes a snap, hands it to Caballero, and they have the counter once again. Swallowed up, though. There, Trayvon Savage swallowed up by a big. Number 53 for New Hampstead, Khalil Forrest, junior defensive lineman, and that was a huge pickup earlier in the game by Savage and Windsor Forest when they were to have that little counter end around, give it to Caballero, who gives it to Savage, run it off the right side. But since then, they've tried a fake, now have tried the end around once again to no success. So now 2nd and 14 for Windsor Forest, going in the wrong direction here to start this possession. Dante Dorman again in the gun, up back to his right. Caballero to his left. Ball on the ground, and that's still able to get able to get at least back to the positive, get to the line of scrimmage, try and make something positive out of it, but just never had the snap, dropped it on the ground. Looked up to try and hand it off. Caballero wasn't there anymore. And at the end of the day, you just try to avoid disaster on that one. Now, lining back up in the shotgun is Windsor Forest, and Dorman communicating with his backs. Caballero to his left. Again, up back to his right. That's going to be Raymond McLeod to his right. Dorman takes the snap, scanning the field, looks to his left, tries to dump it off to Caballero. That one's short, though, once again. And it looks like the punt team going to come out for Windsor Forest. So just overall frustrating. You can see the frustration set in a little bit there by Dorman as he walks off the field and starts talking to his coach. But you just have positive plays here and there taken back by penalties. And then now it's just kind of starting to snowball a little bit for Windsor Forest. They can see if they can slowly bleeding here a little bit with a good punt and possibly a good defensive stand by the Windsor Forest Knights defense. But, I mean, that's the other side of it, right? The less your offense is on the field, the more your defense is, the more gas they get. So Savage with the punt, solid punt there all the way back to about the 23-yard. That one scuffed, though. Ooh. Able to get back on it, though, is Bias for New Hampstead there at about the 16, 17-yard line. So Bias muffed it there for a second, but able to turn around, fall back on it, and get it back to this New Hampstead offense. I mean, that could have been the break that Windsor Forest was looking for there, but Bias able to turn around, track it down, and get there before the Windsor Forest Knights were. And now this offense, 3 for 3 on the night so far. And whether they start, they've started in Windsor Forest territory, they've started on their own, inside their own 20 there on the first drive. Hasn't slowed this offense down a bit. Now Sealy lines up under center for the first time. One back behind him. Now end around there to number 3 off the right side. Trying to find some open space, but not able to do so. That was Tyler Cooper with the end around, trying to find some open space there off the right side, but good job by the Windsor Forest defense, able to track him down. Trayvon Savage over there. Also number 13 there for the Knights, Jalen Jackson on the left side of that defense, coming up from his cornerback spot to make the stop there on Cooper.
10 for the Phoenix.
Now Sealy back in the pistol. Running back to his left, and running back behind him as well. Looking to his left, little stop route by the wide receiver to his left, able to turn around, spin around, break a tackle, and run out of bounds there by number 10, Andre Bright. And looking like something happened to his shoulder there possibly as he walks off the field and finds the tent. Certainly hope he's okay. Hopefully just a stinger or something like that. But first down for New Hampstead after the pitch and catch. And the run after catch by another New Hampstead wide receiver. Constantly able to bring it down and get 5 or 6 yards after the catch tonight by the Phoenix wide receivers. Sealy back in the pistol. Coast behind him. Takes a snap. Looking to his right. He'll stop route once again, this time to the right side. And number 9 able to break a tackle. That's Elijah Lacey down the right side of the sideline and able to pick up another 10, 15 yards after another broken tackle by these New Hampstead wide receivers. It's going to bring it down all the way down to the 49 of Windsor Forest. So having a lot of success this evening is New Hampstead through the passing game, whether it be down the field, down the seam, short passes, just able to get their guys out in space in the passing game. Very comfortable doing so far. Have an official timeout. Real quick, and that gives us a chance to thank more of our sponsors here on ESPN Radio's High School Game Day. Game of the week fueled by Enmarket. But Coach's Corner. Coach has just turned 30 years old, and Coach's Corner has been named Savannah's and Thunderbolt's favorite sports bar in town over 25 of those years. Guests can enjoy televised sports, great food, and fun. There are other ways to have fun at Coach's as well, including interactive trivia, video games, darts, and cornhole. There's never been a dull moment here since there's something on every night. 3060 East Victory Drive, Thunderbolt. There for Coach's Corner. Certainly appreciate them helping us out here on ESPN High School Game Day, Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket. From Pooler Stadium, New Hampstead with the 22-0 lead over Windsor Forest. 8:47 to go here in the first half. As the sun goes down, the moon's coming out. Lights on here for Friday Night Lights. Pauly Sealy takes the snap. Looking to his right now, trying to find a man downfield. Just throws it out of bounds and gets it out. But once again, some good pressure by the New Hampstead defensive line with Dimitri Mitchell back there. Rashid Knowles rushing things for Pauly Sealy. And we have a score update as well. Glen Academy taking the lead over McIntosh County Academy, but 4:13 to go in the second. It's 7-6. Red Terrors over the Buccaneers. So, hey, McIntosh County Academy bringing that program back here with Bradley Warren a little bit, making it into the playoffs, making life difficult for Clinch County in the playoffs last year. And Glen Academy struggling a little bit there in the first half. McIntosh County Academy playing well. The Phoenix playing well here from Pooler Stadium. Pauly Sealy turns around, gives it to Coast, breaks a tackle in the backfield, but not able to break. Whoop. Spoke too soon. Breaks a couple more, but ends up, and he's going to be called down there as the ball comes out late. But man, that one of those instances where you keep breaking tackles and you're like, man, I know I can get some extra yards, and then you wind up going backwards. So maybe it would have been better just to go down here. But, hey, at the end of the day, you're running back. You just want to keep on fighting. Good pressure, though. Good job sticking with it by that Windsor Forest defense, able to bring Coast down there with a 5-yard loss. Now 3rd and 16 for the New Hampstead Phoenix. We'll see if this is two-down territory here. Sealy in the pistol. Snap count not getting the defensive line. Got him twice so far here there in the first quarter, but I haven't gotten him the last few tries. Now Sealy lines back up. Smith behind him in the running back spot. Takes a snap, looking over the middle now. Fanning out to his right, trying to find some room to run. We have a flag on this one. Sealy back to his left, trying to find the sideline, and runs out of bounds after about an 8 or 9 yard gain. Still, though, a flag on this one in the backfield, and we'll see if it's in the hole. That's kind of in that realm, and certainly when you have your quarterback running around that much, it's pretty easy to grab on a piece of the jersey and hold on a little bit. But New Hampstead, once again, 20 to nothing lead here. 7:33 to go in the first half, and that is going to be a hold on New Hampstead. So a great show of athleticism there by Paulie Sealy, and really respects how he's able to use it for his escapability, but isn't always looking to do it, right? Isn't always looking to just put his head down and run, and is constantly keeping his eyes downfield. That big for a junior in high school to show that kind of athleticism, but also discipline there from the quarterback spot. But now back at their own 35-yard line.
Third down and 26.
Is New Hampstead. It's 3rd and 26 for the Phoenix. Sealy back in the pistol. Tries to get it with a snap count once again. Sealy now ready to go. Gets the snap. A little draw play to the running back, but Windsor Forest not fooled there. Dimitri Mitchell once again able to shed his block there from his nose guard spot and not fooled by the draw play there by New Hampstead. So we'll see the punt team for the first time from New Hampstead come out tonight. Good showing by the defense there. Of course, helped out, yes, a little bit by that holding penalty, but
Dimitri Mitchell.
Good showing by the pressure of this defensive line. Dimitri Mitchell not fooled by the draw, able to swallow up the ball carrier, which was Dante Chisholm there. For the first time tonight, we'll see this New Hampstead punt team. 2 men back for Windsor Forest. That's going to be Jay-Sean Gibbs and Abasi Scott for the Knights. Man coming on late here for New Hampstead, trying to get everything sorted out for their first punt of the year. Punter takes the snap, gets it away, although had some pressure. It's hanging up. That's going to be a fair catch called for, and it touched Windsor Forest. It touched the punt returner as he tried at the last second to get away from it. And New Hampstead is going to recover it there. Dante Chisholm gets down from his up back spot there in the punt formation and is able to just cover. Just wait for a mistake to happen, right? And sadly, it looked like Jay-Sean Gibbs just couldn't decide whether it was a short punt. He had to come up for it. Couldn't decide whether he wanted to grab it or not. Called for the fair catch. Tried to get away from it in the last second. And that's the risky run when you get close to one of those punts. That's why you yell at everybody else, right? Get away, get away. But at the end of the day, it's New Hampstead coming back out offensively, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense there, man. They come out, make a big stop there, first stop of the night, and now they're right back on the field. We'll see what this defensive line is able to do if they're able to apply that same kind of pressure. But Sealy back in the pistol, takes a snap, looking to his right, over the right side again. Solid pass play there to number 17, Jalen Hampton, a sophomore wide receiver. About a 13-yard pitch and catch by Paulie Sealy, and that's going to be enough for a first down to the 27-yard line for New Hampstead. So just like that, 3 tough plays for the Phoenix, a big penalty, and then a punt. But you get the ball back, give them new life. With a talented offense like this, it's the last thing you want to do. Phoenix huddle up here. Paulie Sealy comes out in the pistol. Dante Chisholm behind him, up back to his right. Believe that's going to be Caleb Smith. And Sealy takes a snap, looking to his right once again. This time pitches over. Is that one picked? That one's intercepted by Windsor Forest. Can't see the number from this far away, sadly. Believe that's number 18, though. Believe that is Brian Robinson.
Seeley's pass was intercepted
there by
by
Windsor Forest.
Number 19, Jeremiah Brown.
Number 19, Jeremiah Brown. Either way, a freshman going out covering the tight end, and tight end just went out to the flats there and was covered well by the linebacker Seeley. Tried to fit it in.
Football starting from their own 21-yard
but
line.
Windsor Forest able to get the turnover there. Big moments, kind of the first big momentum swing for Windsor Forest tonight. But as weird as this sounds, a big turnover, but now you're in your worst starting field position of the night. So we'll see what the Knights are able to do with this. Offense has been back and forth, has had some big plays, but big penalties and things like that have brought it back. So we'll see what they're able to do this time after the turnover. Dante Dorman hands it off to Caballero off the right side, swallowed up in the backfield, though. There's good pressure again by this defensive line in New Hampstead. That time, number 56, Zayas Brinson was the first one to get in there. Number 53 as well, Khalil Foster. Able to get in there and add on to the tackle as well. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 20-0 lead for New Hampstead. It's Dorman in the gun. Takes the low snap, but able to corral it. Looks to his left side, gets it out to Caballero, who's able to get outside, make a man miss. It's dragged down there in the open field, but not before he gets the first down. And able to move the sticks for the Windsor Forest Knights. So it's got to feel good. Just start out with some momentum. They've been trying that swing pass a couple times there for Caballero and have not been able to connect, but this time able to do just that. And it looks like we do have a change here. A quarterback, actually, Chris Glover, the senior, back at quarterback for Windsor Forest. Now Glover in the gun. Hands it to Caballero. Caballero off the right side and swallowed up by this New Hampstead defense. Just able to shed their blocks so well. And guess who? That's Rodney Wade. His middle linebacker spot. The quarterback of this defense is absolutely everywhere. Picking up where he left off over the last two seasons. Leading tackler for this New Hampstead Phoenix team the last 2 years. Caleb Smith, able to get in there and get a hit on Caballero as well. Now, again, the quarterback change. Chris Glover back in the gun. Rotates Caballero over to his right. Gets set on 2nd and 10. Glover takes the snap. Running out to his left, trying to beat his man to the edge. Is able to pick up some positive yards and run out of bounds before the defense gets to him. Gets out to about the 35-yard line for 3-yard pickup. Going to be 3rd and 7 here when the Knights get back to work. 3:29 now. Clock stopped there with Glover going out of bounds, but still, Windsor Forest got to be looking at that. Primarily a run-based team, and certainly want to get some points before the end of half here and go into halftime with some momentum. New Hampstead, important to note, going to get the ball after half as well after they deferred on the coin toss. Glover now in the gun, takes a snap. Going to his right, the pressure just able to swallow him up, and it looks like his arm was moving forward. At least that's what the refs are going to decide. The ump is going to decide, and New Hampstead thinks they made contact certainly before that arm started going forward, but they're going to call it incomplete. It was interesting. That contact kind of coming at the same time as the ball was moving forward, but either way, it's incomplete. Brunswick High, Pierce County, 13-0. Pierce County coming off that state championship win, and Brunswick High leading 13-0 there. Glen Academy stretching out their lead over McIntosh County Academy. That one's now 14-6 in favor of the Red Terrors down the coast there of Georgia. But Windsor Forest not able to, the quarterback change in the middle of that drive, and not able to keep that momentum rolling that they had. Send out the punt team. Here comes Savage with another solid punt, driving the punt returner back to the 26-yard line, 27. That is Tariano Bias with the reception and the fair catch by New Hampstead, starting things off at the 27-yard line. Now with 13 to go in the first half. We'll see if the Phoenix can try and get some more points here. And Seeley, we'll see how that interception affects him, right? what the play calling's like after this. You can show confidence in your quarterback. I'm sure they will. But are you going to go right back to the pass or try and run the football here following that big turnover last time out? I want to thank the Uniform Source. The Uniform Source is a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area, schools, scrubs, safety, restaurant, catering, and church ushers too. Embroidery also available at 818 East Duran Avenue in Savannah, Georgia. Or, of course, check out their store inside of the Savannah Mall. Uniform Source, certainly thank them for helping us out here. Pauly Sealy now in the gun, looks to his left, gets it out to the flats and some open space, some good blocking downfield for the running back. Able to pick up the first down. That's number 22 for New Hampstead. Cedric Shorey for the Phoenix, able to pick up the first down, about 12 or 13 yards on the little swing pass to the left out after the motion out of the backfield. Now New Hampstead gets lined up once again, trying to get everything sorted out. Personnel changes here and there, and it looks like they're going to take the timeout to not risk any flags or anything like that. Make sure everything is set as they try and get another score before the end of the first half. 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. New Hampstead leading 20-0. And the first three drives, huge for New Hampstead, scored on each one of those for the Phoenix. And really came out rolling. Windsor Forest has been able to move the ball well here and there. Some costly penalties and a big turnover affected that. But once again, I want to thank Enmarket for helping us out here, putting it all on. It's all fueled by Enmarket on ESPNCoastal.com's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket. And you can find fresh food, healthy snack choices, helpful employees at your local Enmarket. Of course, they strive to serve our local communities through kind and clean in-store service and community involvement. Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives throughout Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. We know that at an Enmarket gas station, you will be able to find a fast, fresh choice and a friendly face. And certainly appreciate all their work and all their partnership, not only this year, but I think going on 6-7 years here of High School Game Day and the Game of the Week. The first year, though, on ESPNCoastal.com and streaming live with video. So certainly thank you for joining us here tonight and throughout the 2021 season. It's going to be a fun ride for sure. Pauly Sealy now under center. Looks back, play action now, looking over the middle. Now looking to his left, checks it down to number 13 and falls incomplete. Short-armed it a little bit there. And skipped off the turf to Zion Griffin, not able to bring it in.
Intended for number 13, Zion Griffin.
2:39 left now in the first half. Going to be 2nd and 10 from their own 40-yard line, but this offense moving very well too. 2 possessions gone astray. 1 a punt, 1 interception on the last drive, but Pauly Sealy coming out swinging once again here in this one. Now Sealy takes a snap, looks to his right, batted down though. It looked like it was going to be an easy passing catch to Jamel Coast to try and get him into space. And we have some extracurriculars. Again, we've seen that a couple times tonight. Want to get him his credit though. Ahmad Grosvenor, excuse me. Not Governor, Grosvenor. Able to bat down the pass and get out there, read the passing lane in the swing route and bat it down. At the bottom of the field here while I was trying to find the name. It looks like we had some extracurricular activities, and we're going to get a flag, and we'll see if it's 1 or 2 and if it's offsetting or not. Oh, no, it's going to be a procedure penalty. With all the whistles and everything like that, it seemed like a couple guys got locked up there at the end of the play, but instead, just a procedure penalty there on New Hampstead. Seen that a few times tonight with these formations. 2 penalties.
Also, there's a personal foul against New Hampstead.
So I think I did see that right. I just didn't see the first one. So procedure penalty there on New Hampstead. And then the personal foul, I believe, after the play, either for a late hit or some extracurricular John back and forth there for the Phoenix. So anyway you look at it, going to push him back here by 20 yards. And that is a long walk back there for the offense, without a doubt, all the way back to the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 30. See what kind of play calls they have for this one. At the end of the day, you're not looking to get it all back here in one play, have a few to work with, but still not the situation you draw up when you're looking for a successful 2-minute drive to try and get in the end zone before halftime. Pauly Sealy back in the gun. Jamel Coast to his left. 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left as well. That big offensive line has been working well all game for Pauly Sealy, and New Hampstead gets lined up and ready to go. Sealy takes the snap, looking to his left, looking for the wheel route to Coast, trying to fit it in over the safety, and no. The safety is able to get over to it, but not bring it in. That's number 2, Jay-Sean Gibbs. And that a tough pass. Either you got to fit it in there, in between the cornerback or the safety, or you got to throw it over the safety to the running back. However you're able to fit it in. Kind of got in between there for Sealy, and Jay-Sean Gibbs able to come over and break it up. If you're Gibbs, I'm sure you'd love to be able to haul that one in and bring it down. He was part of one of the turnovers there for Windsor Forest, so certainly would have wanted to get it back there. But instead, it's 3rd and 30 for Pauly Sealy in this New Hampstead offense. Sealy in the pistol. Takes a snap, looking over the right side. It's going to be a screen pass, and couldn't bring it in. It's Caleb Smith there, and went off to his left side, tried to bring it in there with a one-handed grab, but just not an accurate pass there through the trees at the end of the day. You got some pressure there. Anytime you have a screen pass, you're going to get some pressure from the defensive lineman, and got to find a way to fit it in there between them or around them. Sealy not able to do that. We'll see the punt team for the second time tonight here from New Hampstead. So again, 2:10 left in the second quarter. Windsor Forest going to have another chance to get some points on the scoreboard before the half. This time, Mike Caballero back to receive the punt along with Abasi Scott. Now New Hampstead, got some good pressure there by Windsor Forest, but high hanging punt there by New Hampstead, going to go out of bounds just short of the 50. Ref still walking, and will stop at the 46-yard line of New Hampstead. So again, the Knights with great field position to start this one out. 2:05 left in the second quarter, down 20-0. With New Hampstead going to get the ball after halftime. So if you're Windsor Forest, you're really looking for some points here to try and stay in this one. Collect yourself there at halftime, then hopefully get another good defensive possession from your defense there to start the second half. Again, going to stick with Chris Glover as well with the quarterback change for Windsor Forest. Lines up in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to his right. To his left, 1 to his right. Mike Caballero at running back to his right. Glover now takes the snap, looking to his left, short pass, about 5-6 yards downfield, comes down with it, complete, and a host of tacklers, 5-6 guys getting to number 8, Kerwin Tatnell, but a good, solid 5-6 yard pickup by Windsor Forest up to the 40-yard line. So a positive play down on first down. Second and medium, second and short. Here for Windsor Forest, trying to build that momentum. 1:36, clock ticking, 1:35 here in the second quarter, trying to get some points before half. Glover in the gun. Still clock ticking. Defensive line, all of them moved. There, of course, pointed the offensive line wanting a call on them, but I believe that's going to be offsides, encroachment by New Hampstead. We'll see if that's enough to pick up the first down. Believe it will be. We'll see here. I mean, I think it is, but of course I'm all the way up here. They might make a measurement as they're really eyeing the sticks there. And now, I mean, I believe I just saw him pick up the ball and move it back a little bit. But it is what it is. Still second down, 2nd and inches. Glover now looks to his right. Short pass again to the slot. That one to Trayvon Savage. That one definitely a first down. No doubt about that. To the 43-yard line. But again, the 33, excuse me. Again, clock ticking. They're going to start ticking once they set this ball after the first down. 1:15 to go. 1:14 and counting here in the second quarter. Windsor Forest lining up now on the 33. Glover there at quarterback. In the shotgun, takes a snap, rolling to his left quickly. Now going to tuck it and try and go up the center of the field, but swallowed up by that defensive line. No gain, back to the line of scrimmage. And now you have a timeout by Windsor Forest with 50 seconds to go. So, yeah, just, I don't know, taking a little long there to get things set up and everything, and not able to find an open man there and going down. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 when Windsor Forest gets back to it here with 50 seconds to go. But on the 33-yard line, and a solid-looking drive so far by the Knights. I want to thank Granger Honda. Granger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award-winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GrangerHonda.com. Granger Honda, of course, Granger Honda Savannah, proud sponsors of 3 and Out. 3 to 6 every Monday through Friday on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton Head. So be sure to go check out Kevin, Ben, and BJ all of those days and put up with their crazy takes and BJ's crazy vocabulary. But I want to thank Granger Honda for joining us here on ESPN's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket. The game of the week is we're at Pooler Stadium, New Hampstead, with a 20-0 lead here in the second quarter. 50 seconds to go in the first game of the season for both these teams. In week 0, whatever, week 1 to me, these teams are on the field and the game counts. So it's week 1. Chris Glover now in 2nd and 11, the 34-yard line. Takes a snap out of the gun, looking to his left. Lets it fly downfield, just out of reach, though. Down the sideline for Abasi Scott. Came free there at the end, but just out of the outstretched arms of Scott. 3rd and 11 now. 43 seconds to go, but now you're looking at the line of scrimmage and how much you got to go here. And the most important thing is getting that next first down if you're Windsor Forest. Glover gets the call from the sideline, communicating it in now to his wide receivers. 2 wide receivers to either side of him. Mike Caballero to his right. Chris Glover now in the gun. Takes a snap. Looking to his right. Pump fakes. Brings it down. Now taking off to run. Finds some room up the middle, but tripped up there at the 26. About 25.5-yard line. 32 seconds to go and ticking. But it's going to be a timeout here for Windsor Forest. 30 seconds to go. Down 20-0. And now lined up with a 4th and probably a 4th and 3, a 4th and 4. They end up spotting the ball there at the 25-yard line. So going to be a 4th and about 2.5 here when they come out of this timeout for Windsor Forest. And this really the most promising drive of the evening. Had a big play that got it down to the 16-yard line there of New Hampstead, but that was on a very short field, and sadly you got pushed back with a holding penalty and a negative play if you're Windsor Forest. So just kind of those growing pains a little bit of getting into the season, early season, having those penalties, having those negative plays, trying to get everything synced up with the offensive line. Talked to Coach Jeb Stewart this week, and had 2 guys from that offensive line going on to play college ball this year. So that's a big transition when you talk about just having that chemistry and having that continuity up front. It's huge. I mean, if you look at offensive linemen, of course, they're huge too. But, I mean, like having that chemistry and just having snaps together, knowing what the guys next to you are going to do insanely important. So Windsor Forest trying to build that. I think you can see it as the night goes on there from the running game and from the guys up front. But, I mean, that's even more important when you start talking about those penalties with the holds, false starts, things like that. Now Glover, 3rd and 2.5 here for Windsor Forest out of the gun. And there was movement up front, but who from? This could be huge either way. It looks like it might be a false start from Windsor Forest, and it is.
Windsor Forest.
So that's a tough one there, as we just were talking about during that timeout. Untimely penalties from this club, from the offensive line, and a tough one there. As you see, both squads move. It's all about who moved first, and it looks like the offensive lineman was the first one to go there for Windsor Forest. Now the Knights still lining up, obviously still going for it here from the 30-yard line. Now 4th and 7, excuse me, for Chris Glover. Glover takes the snap. It's low, rotating out to his left, looking downfield. He's going to tuck it and run, try and get the first himself, finds the edge and the first, and gets out of bounds with 21 seconds left. Great job about as good as he could have done there. Did keep his eyes downfield, was possibly looking for a pass in the end zone, but ended up taking it himself and getting the first, moving the stick. So a fresh set of downs, 22 seconds to go from the 21-yard line here for Windsor Forest. Glover in the gun, takes the snap, low snap again, looks to his left, chucks it in the end zone. Can he come down with it? And he did, but it's out of bounds. Man, Abasi Scott with a beautiful catch, able to spin around to his right side. A good fade pass there by Glover, but just out of bounds as he had to spin to his right and spin behind him to make the catch. Man, that was beautiful to haul that one in, but just off to the left a little bit. So 15.6 seconds left here in the second quarter. Glover now back in the gun again here on second down. Glover takes the snap, looking to his right, now looking to his left, rotating out to his left, gets past him in, now down the sideline, looking for some room, gets out of bounds about the 7-yard line, 8-yard line, excuse me. 7.9 seconds left for Windsor Forest to try and get a score here, but again, gets out of bounds. Smart move by Glover.
Inside the New Hampstead Phoenix 10-yard line.
And at the end of the day, a smart guy ends up coming in the second quarter is Glover, senior. So he's been around this program for a while and keeping those important things in mind when he tucks it down, find the open space, but also find the sideline. Now, Glover in the shotgun, on the 8-yard line, 2 wide receivers to either side of him, takes the snap. It's low again, but he corrals it. Now steps up in the pocket, trying to find some room. There's some open space. Goes off to his right and into the end zone. Chris Glover doing it with his arm a little bit there early in the drive. But then he takes it over with his legs, whether it was finding some room to get the pass out or just finding some open space and getting out of bounds, or, of course, into the end zone there. Great job stepping into the pocket as well, feeling the pressure but seeing the room in front of him, not just behind him or to his left or right. In front of him instead, steps up in the pocket, finds some room over to his right, and his speed takes over the athletic Chris Glover into the end zone for Windsor Forest. The first score of the night with 0.6 seconds left in the first half. No swinging gate or anything like that for Windsor Forest. Just going to line up for the PAT attempt. And this one is blocked by New Hampstead after good pressure. That was Dante Dorman with the PAT attempt, but no good after the blocked PAT. So with 0.6 seconds left, it's New Hampstead with the 20-6 lead, but Windsor Forest got to feel good. Got to feel good with the way their defense has played in the last few drives, able to stop New Hampstead a couple times, make them punt a couple times, have that big interception as well. So the defense slowly able to get Windsor Forest back into this ball game. New Hampstead, I mean, all in all, feeling really good about how that offense came out. 3 straight possessions with a score.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we got a ball game coming
and with a touchdown. But kind of stalled out there at the end of the first half. But defensively, really did well also. Defensively, New Hampstead getting after the quarterback and getting after the running game there for Windsor Forest, forcing a quarterback change. But Chris Glover able to come in and do his thing. We'll see what kind of adjustments we see from New Hampstead now that they can go in and plan on Chris Glover most likely coming out and being the quarterback for Windsor Forest the rest of the way. Either way, there's 0.6 seconds left in the first half. Hey, anything can happen. There's a live ball. There's a kickoff. Anything can happen here. So don't send it to halftime too soon here, as we have number 3 for New Hampstead lining up downfield. That's Tyler Cooper. And Dante Dorman for Windsor Forest getting ready to kick this ball off. Dante Dorman now running up, kicks it off. Kick down to about the 30, 25. It takes a bounce. Now New Hampstead takes it. Jamel Coast running off to his left, trying to find some open space. Has a couple blockers up front. Jukes back to the right. Isn't able to get away, though, from Jay Sean Gibbs. So a huge kickoff return there, but that was touchdown or bust for that one as the first half expires. And New Hampstead leads it here 22-6 from Pooler Stadium at the end of the first half. Once again, as we go into halftime, want to thank the Uniform Source. Uniform Source is a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. School, scrubs, safety, restaurants, catering, and church ushers too. Embroidery also available 818 Eastern Avenue, Savannah, Georgia. Or check out their store inside of the Savannah Mall. Also, cash and carry, pull your part. They make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every single week, and they make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. PJ Zuko here with you from Pooler Stadium as New Hampstead leads this one at the half, 20-6. The Phoenix came out. I mean, they were playing real well. They end up kicking off to Windsor Forest. Windsor Forest able to make a few plays in here and there. But early in the game, the story was for the Windsor Forest offense, the untimely penalties, which we saw a big false start penalty on the first drive. On the second drive for Windsor Forest, big holding penalty, and then a huge loss that took them all the way back from midfield when they were on the 16-yard line of New Hampstead. New Hampstead took advantage of these few things. The offense started real hot for the Phoenix. 3 straight drives that found their way into the end zone. The first one, a touchdown pass from Pauly Seeley to Tariano Bias, where Bias took it downfield. Seeley was able to find him in the slot down the seam. Bias made a few-man miss, big spin move to the outside down the sideline for the touchdown there for New Hampstead. Now, the second possession for New Hampstead ended in a big touchdown run, about a 20-yard touchdown run by Jamel Coast as they tried to stay balanced there with the passing game and the running game for New Hampstead. And finally, another big touchdown pass from Pauly Seeley. Now this time over the middle to Caden Sonaband. And those are the 3 touchdowns there for New Hampstead. 2 touchdown passes on the night for Pauly Seeley there. Of course, 1 to Bias, 1 to Sonaband, and the 1 touchdown run by Jamel Coast. Went for two 3 times out of the swinging gate formation and was successful. One of those times unsuccessful. Another time there with the pitch out to the left. And the third time was a illegal procedure penalty, which they ended up going to the PAT, which was not successful. So there's the 20 from New Hampstead. Of course, you just heard the 6 and saw, the 6. We're on video here as well, here from Pooler Stadium. But Chris Glover, of course, there with the big touchdown run to end the half for Windsor Forest to get them on the board for the Knights, where we stand at 22-6. New Hampstead going to get the ball coming out into the second half, and looking forward to seeing what else we see from Pooler Stadium, as could be exciting. We'll see if Windsor Forest able to come out and make a big stop defensively, or if that offense will keep on ticking with Pauly Seeley and the New Hampstead Phoenix. But have the Phoenix marching band there providing some entertainment for you going into the half. We'll come back here in a little bit and get back to Pooler Stadium here for you and start your second half here on ESPN High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket.
Over in Hinesville, Baldwin County leading Liberty County 42-0 at the half. Over at Memorial Stadium, Jenkins leads Groves 35-0 at the half.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, you get any kind of update from Glen Academy?
I can let you know. Nothing on Glen.
Still 14-7.
14-6.
Do that first, run through a couple sponsors.
Alright, so actually, let's do a PK.
And welcome back. Pooler Stadium here for ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket. New Hampstead with a 20-6 lead over Windsor Forest here at halftime, getting set to kick off the second half. Teams already out doing warm-ups and things like that, but just to check in with some scores from all around the area. Of course, here you have New Hampstead 20-6 lead over Windsor Forest. Last night you have Johnson falling to Augusta Christian 28-21, but actively tonight Jenkins with a 35-0 lead over Groves at halftime. Baldwin with a 42-0 lead over Liberty County. Prince Avenue Christian Calvary Day tied up at 7 at halftime. ECI with an early 14-0 lead over Savannah Christian. You have Savannah Country Day, a solid 21-7 lead over Bullock Academy as the Hornets offense has gotten out rolling early here in 2021. Talk about offense rolling. Hilton Head Christian Academy 54-0 at halftime over Kings Academy. So Hilton Head Christian Academy out there scoring points left and right. You have Brunswick High leading Pierce 20-0 there in Glen County, and Glen Academy leading McIntosh County Academy 14-6 here this evening. That one in McIntosh County Academy. But of course, here at Pooler Stadium, New Hampstead leading Windsor Forest 20-6. We'll transition back to the field and get set for the start of the third quarter here from Pooler Stadium.
Now for the second half of play.
And we're getting set for the second half of this one. As the clock runs out there on the scoreboard, and New Hampstead going to send out their kick return team. The Phoenix deferred here to the second half, going to return this one and try and get that offense rolling again. Started off the game with 3 straight possessions that ended with a touchdown. After that, though, a couple punts, big turnover, a big interception for Windsor Forest, and that got the Knights back in the game. Now, Windsor Forest going to need some help, though, still to get back into this one fully. 2-possession game, though, and they're right within striking distance if their defense can come out here in the second half with a big stop. Getting everything lined up here for Windsor Forest as Dante Dorman lines up to kick this one away for the Knights. Here from Pooler Stadium. Again, ESPN's high school game day fueled by Enmarket, the game of the week. Back here with you in week 0 of 2021, kicking off this great season with our new video streaming service on ESPNcoastal.com. Dorman with a kickoff, that one looking like it's going to go out of bounds, and New Hampstead going to acquire great field position after that one swings out of bounds too far to the left. That little pooch kick to the upbacks and didn't quite work out the way they wanted it to. So, Polly Seeley, New Hampstead.
31-yard line.
Excuse me. Polly Seeley, New Hampstead going to start this one with a better field position than they've seen for the most part tonight. They've had some big drives for the Phoenix so far this evening, but tonight this one going to start on their 36 to get this second half started. Now again, Polly Seeley, 2 touchdown passes on the night.
Let's go.
1 to his tight end, Caden Sonnebrand, 1 to his wide receiver, Turiano Bias. The running game working well for the Phoenix when they utilize it. Also with Jamel Coast with a touchdown run also. Now Seeley in the gun, takes a snap, looks to his right, short pass to his right. That one complete. Number 13 brings it back to the inside, finds some room, and picks up the first down after the 11-yard gain. That one, Zion Griffin, able to find some great running yards, yards after catch there after that one, and pick up the first down. Close to midfield now, New Hampstead breaks the huddle. Polly Seeley in the shotgun. Running back to his left. Gets the snap, hands it off. Jamel Coast up the middle, finds some room. Picks up 4 or 5 there in between the tackles. Some tough running by Coast. Keeps his legs turning there and picks up about 5 or 6. So a second and medium for New Hampstead coming up. That offensive line getting pretty good push when New Hampstead decides to run the football. But obviously I have a lot of confidence in this passing game and in their quarterback, Polly Seeley. Really opened it up tonight through the passing game, but that running game has been very reliable when they turn to it. Now in the pistol, Polly Seeley with that hard count, get someone to jump, but okay, they are going to call a flag. Didn't think he touched an offensive lineman there. Didn't really see an offensive lineman move. Well, it doesn't matter in high school football. It's still week 1 for everybody here, including me. All right, I'm thinking of some NFL rules there. My fault. Appreciate it there, Christian. But with the jump there, with the snap count, New Hampstead picks up the first down and the fresh set of downs on the 42-41-yard line for New Hampstead of Windsor Forest. Polly Seeley takes a snap, hands it to Coast, trying to get those tough running yards up the middle, but this time driven back by number 6 by Windsor Forest. Once again, that's Savage, Trayvon Savage, with a good solid tackle there by Coast. Defensive lineman able to slow him down, and Savage able to fill the gaps real well, only allowing Coast to get back to the line of scrimmage. Coast going to come out the ball game here.
Second down and 9.
As Dante Chisholm spells him there at running back. Seeley in the pistol again. Seeley takes a snap, hands to his left now, looks over to his right, finds a man up the seam, wide open, it's caught, but he's drugged down there at the 9-yard line. Good open field tackle to save a touchdown. That's Chandlin Seymour, the tight end, senior tight end for New Hampstead. Was able to find some room over that seam, and New Hampstead has been able to find that room kind of all night when they choose to use it. Big touchdown up the seam by Taranio Bass. Another touchdown from Caden Sonnebrand, and that big grab this time by Chandlin Seymour. So having a lot of success throwing up the middle of the field there for New Hampstead, and this one gets them all the way down to the 9-yard line. Now, Seeley inside the 10, lines up in the pistol, coast to his left. Chisholm behind him, takes a snap, play action, looking to his left now, rotating out to his right, still looking outfield, looks to the end zone, just over the outstretched hands of Elijah Lacey, though, as he was battling with a cornerback there. Cornerback ended up falling down a little early, but a pass a little bit too high for Elijah Lacey. And that's tough to do. He's a tall wide receiver there. But, again, Seeley doing a great job using that athleticism. Still not able to bring it down enough. Second down and goal from the 9-yard line for New Hampstead. Windsor Forest trying to buckle down and turn the Phoenix away to try and get their offense back on the field. 20-6, 9:24 left here in the third quarter. Seeley takes a snap, it rolls back to him. He gives it to Coast up the middle. Coast churning those legs, keeping them turning, spinning, and falling into the end zone is Jamel Coast with those tough running yards. Lost him in the fray there a little bit, but that pile just kept on moving, and Jamel Coast falls into the end zone for the touchdown. We have a player down in the end zone. My apologies, all the way to the left. Looked like maybe cramping up there in the back left corner of the end zone. Heard a whistle, but didn't see anything down there. Looks like he's visiting with the trainer here. So I'm going to take a second, thank our sponsors very quickly. Enmarket, of course, been with us for so long, and with us here again for ESPN's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket. You can find fresh food, healthy snack choices, and helpful employees at your local Enmarket. They strive to serve our local communities, and through kind and clean in-store service and community involvement, Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives all throughout Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. We know at an Enmarket gas station, you'll be able to find a fast, fresh choice and a friendly face. Also want to thank Coach's Corner for joining us here on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Coach has just turned 30 years old, and Coach's Corner has been named Savannah and Thunderbolt's favorite sports bar in town over 25 of those years. Guests can enjoy televised sports, great food, and fun. There are other ways to have fun at Coach's as well, including interactive trivia, video games, darts, and cornhole. There's never a dull moment since there's something on every night. 30-16 East victory, Thunderbolt there at Coach's Corner. Injured player off the field now, works his way off the field. Glad to see him walking off there with the trainer. And New Hampstead tries to tack on the PAT here. After the touchdown, Terrell Hedman puts it right through the uprights and extends the lead to 27-6 for New Hampstead. So solid answer for New Hampstead. Windsor Forest, the defense was getting stingy there late in the first half and defending the Phoenix very well, but New Hampstead able to make a few adjustments here and there, work their way down the field and score there with Jamel Coast. And once again, kind of a balanced attack that time. Sure, being able to pass the ball quite a bit there with Paulie Seeley, using his athleticism to get outside of the pocket. But when you need the tough yards, turn to Jamel Coast and Dante Chisholm, even Caleb Smith doing a great job tonight in between the tackles, really pushing those defensive linemen and offensive linemen around. And you saw that 9-yard touchdown run by Jamel Coast straight up in between the tackles and basically carrying a man the whole way. So big run there by Coast, extending it there to 27-6. We'll see what Windsor Forest can do with their first drive here of the second half. As mid-second quarter, saw a quarterback change there to Chris Glover. We'll see if Glover is the one taking over for the Knights the rest of the way or not. New Hampstead lined up to kick off here. Have seen a squib kick pretty much all night, and we'll see if we have it again. Now this one, a pooch kick up to about out of bounds. So that one going to go out of bounds. We've seen 2 kicks and 2 kicks out of bounds to start this second half for both respective teams. So Windsor Forest going to get some pretty solid field position
Looks like
here
around the 44-yard line.
at about the
for
44-yard
Windsor
line
Forest.
there for the Knights. So pretty much right at midfield, and we'll see if Chris Glover is the one to come out at the quarterback position. And it looks like it is. He did a great job extending plays there with his legs. Obviously has the touchdown run in the ball game for Windsor Forest, and he's had some pretty accurate passes as well, but doing most of the work with his legs there from the quarterback spot. That's down 27-6, 9:16 to go here in the third. We'll see how much Windsor Forest goes to the air. And what do we have here? It's like one of the refs on the sideline. Refs coming in to chat with the head referee. Possibly about, I don't know. They're talking about whatnot. But while they do that, we'll talk about cash and carry. Cash and carry pull your part. They make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every week, and they make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. Back here with you at Pooler Stadium, as New Hampstead leads Windsor Forest 27-6, 9:16 left in the third. Now Glover takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking to his left, short pass over the middle, complete, and spinning his way to the first down and more, about a 12-yard gain for Windsor Forest is Kerwin Tatnell. There have found success in the middle of the field with those short routes,
Number 8, Curran Tackle.
with little 10, 15-yard pickups on
24, Caleb.
most of those, but we'll see if New Hampstead is able to adjust here as the second half goes on. Now Glover again in the shotgun, trips to his right, one wide receiver to his left, Mike Caballero to his right in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands to Caballero up the middle. It looks like the ball's out. Ball's out. Who jumped on it? And it looks like it's New Hampstead. It is. It's number 44, New Hampstead. Phoenix gets the ball once again on the turnover. That's Nathaniel Horton Jr. And the third turnover of the night for Windsor Forest. The second fumble of the night for this offense. And the first one was just kind of on a botched handoff, but that one just a square hit right to the football. Got the helmet right on the football. There was a defender, couldn't see the number, but number 44 able to look down and pick it up for New Hampstead there, Nathaniel Horton. So some things plaguing Windsor Forest this evening, the penalties on offense and the untimely turnovers as well. As again, I mean, that just a solid hit. That's just a really solid hit to get the ball out of there and give it to New Hampstead's offense back in Paul Seeley's hands. And we have an encroachment, I think, again.
Encroachment defense.
There with the snap count. The snap count really getting Windsor Forest tonight, especially in these kind of antsy positions with the quick turnovers and things like that.
Gonna bring up a second down and 5.
Adrenaline pumping for sure, with a quick turnaround defense back on the field. Paulie Seeley taking advantage of that. Tried it once again, now checks with his line and gets set to take the snap again out of the pistol. Hands it off right up the middle. Finding room is Chisholm. Tries to run over a man but gets turned back. Either way, still a huge gain by Dante Chisholm. That's about a 19-yard pickup. And yeah, Abasi Scott was able to bring him down, but still, you're at your safety spot, having to bring down the ball carrier. That's never what you want from a defense. Huge run by Chisholm and great push again by that offensive line and the big man up front. 1st and 10 now from the 38 of Windsor Forest. Paulie Seeley in the pistol. Chisholm behind him there at the running back spot. Seeley turns, and that was a pretty late false start, I believe, but false start nonetheless, as the defense was pointing for some motion on the offensive side of things, and it's encroachment.
It's going to be encroachment.
So never mind.
Defense.
Going to be in 1st and 5 once again for New Hampstead. So tough night when you talk about jumping off sides and the encroachment, there by the Windsor Forest defensive line and linebackers, and just having a tough night there. Even then, they thought they got the offensive line, but no, it was encroachment once again. So Polly Sealy in the pistol, takes a snap, play action, now looks to his left, complete, just out of the outstretched arms of Griffin. Spoke a little bit too soon, looked like a solid pass, but wasn't able to haul it in. A little bit to the left there of Griffin. And we come back with a 2nd and 5 here for New Hampstead from the 32-yard line of Windsor Forest.
2nd down and 5.
Pauly Sealy lines up in the pistol. 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Looks to his left, play action. Now looking to his left. I believe this is a miscommunication. And able to get it away, but was about to get hit as he did, and a flag comes in late as well. So a bit of a broken play there by New Hampstead. It looks like Pauly Sealy was looking for a shorter route, and his wide receiver wasn't breaking it off. Luckily, though, for him, able to get it out.
Marker was waved off on the field.
And the flag waved off on the field as well. So quite the interesting play there. All in all, incomplete pass, 3rd and 5 for New Hampstead
32-yard line
is our result here. 7:58 left in the third quarter, 27-6 lead there for New Hampstead here from Pooler Stadium on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by Enmarket. Sealy in the pistol. Rodney Wade to his right, Coast behind him. And that is going to be a false start. That is going to be a false start for sure. There on the left side of the line, and a defensive line for Windsor Forest clapping and thanking goodness that one's on the offense. So that's going to push New Hampstead back to a 3rd and 10 or a 3rd and about 9.5, and we'll see what the Phoenix are able to do with this one. So I believe that might be 8 or 9 to 1 when you talk about the encroachment to false start disparity. But once again, we'll see what New Hampstead is able to do here with their 3rd down and long situation from the 38 of Windsor Forest. 2 wide receiver to Sealy's right, 1 to his left, tight end in the formation as well. The end of the line, Coast behind him there at the running back spot. Sealy hands it off on the draw play to Coast, makes a man miss, gets to the edge, now cuts it back inside, and that's going to be enough. It looks like he's right at the sticks, but it looks like that's going to be enough for a 1st down. If you ask me, they're motioning the line crew to go ahead and move on, and a good call there to go with the draw to Coast. Get him out in open field, man. Jamel Coast, when you see him, it looks like he's the bigger running back of the group, and he's going to bring the punch, which he does, but he gets out in the space. He can make some men miss and run away from you as well. Pauly Sealy in the gun, running back to his left. Takes a snap, rolls out to his left now. Looking downfield, fires it. And is that a toe tap grab? It looks like it is by Taranio Bias at about the 14-yard line. Coming back to his quarterback. Looking at all the way in and making sure you saw him. You saw him look at all the way in, look right down at his feet and get his feet down. A perfect grab on the sideline by Bias and a fantastic throw there by Pauly Sealy. Now down to the 14-yard line of Windsor Forest. 6:52 left here in the third. New Hampstead with a 27-6 lead over Windsor Forest. Sealy now in the pistol. You have Caleb Smith behind him there at the running back spot. Hard count. No one moved that time. Sealy now gets back to it. Takes a snap. Hands it to Smith. Off the left side. Breaks a tackle. Trying to break another one. Rolls to the 6-7-yard line after number 24 there. There's Zach Patterson able to make the tackle for Windsor Forest. Smith getting up a little bit slow there, but able to come back to the huddle and Hope he's okay to come on. Looks like someone's going to come in and spell him, though. Now he's limping a little bit more. So, Caleb Smith is all right after that one. Kind of rolled up there on the end of that play.
Spotted on the 7-yard line. Second down and
But
4.
the way you look at it, Pauly Sealy in the shotgun, 2 running backs to either side of him. First time we've seen this look tonight. Now 1 man in motion to his right. Sealy takes the snap, looking out to his right. Off to Chisholm. Ow! Just out of his outstretched arms. Incomplete on that one. Did have a man coming in like him, coming in to try and tackle him, but you like to see his speed after he's able to catch that one and kind of turn it on, but just too inaccurate to be able to bring it in. 6:02 left here in the third. 27-6 lead for New Hampstead. Knocking on the door once again of Windsor Forest. Pauly Sealy in the shotgun. Coast to his right. 2 wide receivers to his right as well. 1 to his left. Sealy hands it off to Coast. Coast trying to get to the left side. Does not get to the edge. Patterson able to drag him back and stop him before he gets a full head of steam. That's really important when you talk about Coast, man. If you let him get a full head of steam, he's probably going to bowl you back another 5 or 6 yards. But if you get him before he gets going, like Patterson just did, you're at least got a 50-50 shot to try and bring him down. So good job in the open field there by Patterson. Now a 4th and 5 for New Hampstead. They can pick up a first there at the 8. Can pick up a first if they get to the 4. Pauly Sealy now in the gun. Chisholm to his right. Receives the snap, rolls out to his right, looking to the end zone, and it's accurate. It's on the money. It's a touchdown to Geronimo Bias. And the Phoenix are in the end zone once again, extending their lead now to 33-6 with the point after touchdown pending. A solid, just every offense has a play like that when you get down here in the red zone inside the 10. That time on about a 4th and 4.5, and just you have a quarterback rolling out to the right. And your guys going to the corner, just trying to find some room, some holes in that defense. Great route by Bias once again. Huge touchdown there for New Hampstead. And the throw this time right on the money by Pauly Sealy. Now, New Hampstead knocks it through there. PAT good. 34-6 lead for New Hampstead over Windsor Forest. Now starting to extend that lead little bit by little bit here in the second half and really take control of this game. And again, if you're Windsor Forest, you're just trying to get some offensive traction going here. You've seen some positive plays from your offense tonight, but it's been mired with penalties on both sides of the ball and big turnovers as well. 3 turnovers for the Windsor Forest offense, only 1 for New Hampstead. And really just things clicking for New Hampstead offensively. And Coach Kyle Hoffman was excited about having his quarterbacks back. And when I say that, I mean on both sides of the ball. Rodney Wade at the middle linebacker spot, patrolling the field, calling the plays all over the place for this New Hampstead defense. And, of course, Pauly Sealy, who we saw make some electrifying plays throughout the season last year, but wasn't the starter all year. Came in through some injury issues and things like that Randy Gerald had there last year, or J.J. Terrell, excuse me, and was able to come in and spell him and do a really solid job throughout the year. So Pauly Sealy now comes in control of this football team here as a junior and is really taking control of the night as well with another big touchdown pass for New Hampstead. We'll see how Windsor Forest is able to respond here. But first, the kickoff by the Phoenix. And this one driven down, the first one kind of driven down all the way down the field. And Windsor Forest finds a seam. Now he bowls over a man, goes to the left, comes back to the inside, still running, still breaking over tackles. That's number 8, Kerwin Tatnell, doing a great job just finding a seam and bringing some energy and electricity back into that Windsor Forest sideline. You like to see that back lively over there. And again, great field position for Windsor Forest. And, Maybe that's the first time we've seen New Hampstead kick the ball all the way down the field all night. Other than that, it's been squib kicks, pooch kicks, things like that. So that's probably why. It's probably a big point. Either way, Windsor Forest now lining up. New Hampstead's 45-yard line here as Chris Glover comes back out as the quarterback. Took over midway through the second quarter. Was able to get in the end zone once, but now trying to find traction here in the second half. Glover lines up in the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to his right, short pass out to the right side. This one dropped by Ahmad Grosvenor. And again, just you go to look that one in and kind of look up before you fully catch the ball and end up dropping it there. So like those little short routes there for Windsor Forest so far. Have taken some shots downfield, but those hook routes seem to be pretty successful against this New Hampstead defense so far. Just got to be able to look that one all the way in. Glover now back in the shotgun, trips to his left. One wide receiver to his right. Talking with Caballero. Caballero lines up to his right there at the running back spot. Glover takes a snap, looks to his left, low swing pass to the left, and that one over Tatnall's head as it rolls out of bounds. Either way, it was going forward, so that one incomplete for Windsor Forest. Going to be 3rd down and 10 now from the 35. And this is just, as an offense, this is just what you hate to see. Kind of had really good field position all night. This one, you get the ball at the opposing team's 45-yard line and just haven't been able to do anything with it so far. We'll see if Glover can get some positive yardage here on 3rd and 10. Lines up in the shotgun, takes a snap. Glover looking to his left. Short pass, again through the hands this time, though, of Kerwin Tatnall. Not able to haul it in. And those ones, I mean, those passes over the middle, especially those short passes, they got to be on the money because you're asking your wide receiver to kind of lay out his body, and you saw a linebacker coming in for New Hampstead trying to make the hit if that would have been hauled in. So those ones got to be on the money. That one was not. Windsor Forest bringing back out the punt team as Trayvon Savage tries to boot this one away. I'll say Trayvon Savage tonight has had some really solid punts this evening, has put New Hampstead in some tough positions. Savage now lines up again. This one, curse of the commentator there, as it shanks off the right side of his foot and rolls back
that punt was down by Windsor
to the 52, to the 48-yard line. So I'm thinking that's going to be sadly a negative 3-yard punt there off the side of the foot of Trayvon Savage.
New Hampstead football, 1st down and 10 from their own 49-yard line.
This defense looking a little gassed here. You understand why. They've been on the field here in the second half quite a bit. Came up strong there late in the first half with some big stops, a big interception, but just have not been able to slow down this locomotive of the New Hampstead offense so far in the second half. And the offense kind of stalled out here for Windsor Forest in the second half so far. So New Hampstead takes over, 4:33 left in the third quarter. Pauly Seeley in the pistol, takes a snap, looks to his right, short pass off to his right. Oh, defensive back went for the interception instead of. Are you kidding me? After some broken tackles, Cooper all the way into the end zone. Defensive back, I mean, you risk it. You risk it to try and get the turnover and try and break up the pass on those swing passes. Not able to get to it, though, and it gets all the way to Cooper. He breaks some tackles. I believe we're going to have a flag for a face mask on the defense, which is declined. You saw Cooper get spun around there in the middle of that play and still able to get away and run all the way to the end zone. He got in open space after that and was able to run away from the other defensive backs out for Windsor Forest. So, man, what a wild one that was. As New Hampstead going to extend the lead and Tyler Cooper gets into the end zone there. 40-6 now. The PAT coming from New Hampstead and Terrell Hedman. Seeley gets it down, and Hedman gets it through the middle. That's good for New Hampstead, a 41-6 lead. for the Phoenix. Now with 40, now with 4:18 left to go here in the third quarter. Once again, I want to thank the Uniform Source joining us here on ESPN's High School Game Day, fueled by Enmarket. The Uniform Source is a multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. School, scrubs, safety, restaurants, catering, church ushers too. Embroidery also available. 818 Easter End Avenue, Savannah, Georgia. Or check out their store inside of the Savannah Mall. Also want to remind you, cash and carry, pull your part. They make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every week, and they make finding the right used part in Savannah simple and easy. Here from Pooler Stadium, New Hampstead with the 41-6 lead over Windsor Forest here in the third quarter. 4:18 to go in the third as the New Hampstead Phoenix have really taken control of this one in the second half. It was a 20-6 lead at halftime.
Here we
Phoenix came out, took it right in the end zone, and just like they started the first half, now 3 straight touchdown drives to start the second half as well for the Phoenix. New Hampstead to kick it off. They pooch kick this one to about, and this one is going out of bounds. So once again, looks like Windsor Forest going to take this one over at about the 34-yard line on their own side of the field. Got a penalty marker on the field. That's going to be, of course, kicking the ball out of bounds. So Glover and the Knights get back onto the field, and just a tough possession there last time. 3 straight incompletions and a punt for Windsor Forest is it's just not been there for him here in the second half. In the first half, it was mainly the penalties causing trouble for Windsor Forest. There were some positive and some big plays, but in the second half, really incompletions, a big fumble have plagued this offense so far. So Chris Glover, though, has shown some signs and some sparks since coming into the ball game at quarterback. He gets back in here now at the shotgun with Caballero spelled to his right. Glover takes a snap, looking to his right, short pass there to 6, to Savage. It's bobbled and falls safely to the turf, as it looked like it might have bounced in the arms of the opponent there, but instead Savage takes it to the turf there and incomplete for Windsor Forest. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 32 here once again. Glover in the gun. Caballero to his right, takes a snap. Looking to his left, going downfield, has a man. About 3 or 4 yards, though, too long for Abasi Scott. And we've seen that a few times tonight, as Abasi Scott has gotten behind the coverage 2 or 3 times, just not able to make that connection, though, between Glover and Scott. And at the end of the day, this is a backup quarterback coming into the ball game and has shown some sparks, but you've seen a little bit of that chemistry missing on those passes downfield and some of those passes in the backfield as well. You got a lot of tools here for Windsor Forest to work their way into as coach, and looks like we're gonna have a timeout here, I believe, by Windsor Forest. So you have a lot of tools here for Windsor Forest to really work their way into building some good chemistry and having a solid team that can compete. It's just all about putting it all together right now. It is week 0, week 1 for these football teams. Week 0 if you look at the scheduling, but whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But, I mean, you're going to see some of this. You're going to see it all around high school football in the state of Georgia. A lot of teams that are able to win these big games, they're not going to have a lot of turnovers. They're not going to have a lot of penalties. And a lot of these games that even are close, you're going to have teams with a lot of penalties and turnovers and things like that. So it's all about working through that and working your way to the region schedule. At the end of the day, you split this season up into 3 parts. You got the non-region schedule. It's all about building to the region schedule and playing your best ball then, and transforming that into a good playoff run, which both of these teams did last year. Both these teams able to go 6-2 over the course of the year and make the playoffs. So you certainly have the coaching for it with Jeb Stewart and Kyle Hockman doing solid jobs at their respective schools here and getting off to a solid 2021 here for the Phoenix with a big lead. Glover in the gun, looking to his left. That one complete right at the sticks. And it looks like that is going to be a first down for Windsor Forest. So solid connection there. Just a little hook route there by the wide receiver and Scott there on the outside. Solid delivery
First down, Windsor Forest.
by Glover to move the sticks for Windsor Forest up to the 48-yard line. Now Glover in the gun. Takes a snap, looking to his left again. Now rolling to his left. Going to break one tackle, but not going to break that one, I don't think. And called it. It looks like it took a third man to bring him down. Well, actually a flag comes in. So,
In the backfield.
interesting situation there is, quite frankly, Glover just kept breaking tackles. The ref ended up calling the play dead, and it looks like it's going to be a late hit. Yeah, personal foul, late hit there by New Hampstead. And I believe, take it for what you will. I think the play called dead. Looked like Glover was still going a little bit, and he gets hit again by a defensive back. But is what it is. That's going to be 15 yards and a first down for Windsor Forest. And Glover, hey man, at the end of the day, you can see he's persevering. He's ready to go. That's a senior that wants to go out there and play his best ball no matter what. Whether they're down 41-6 or not, still back there breaking tackles for his team. So Glover comes back in the shotgun with Mike Caballero to his left. It's a 1st and 4 after the penalty. Hands off to Caballero. Caballero breaking free in the middle. Gets to the second level, now the third level, and finally taken down by the safety. That's the biggest run of the night for Mike Caballero, and got to be feeling good on that one, breaking some tackles and getting into the third level of the defense there. Big first down for Windsor Forest. It's been kind of bottled up. Some early gains there, early in the game, 3 or 4 yard chunk plays, but swallowed up on a couple other runs and finally breaks free there. Glover in the gun, 1st and 10. Now looking to his left, short pass over to Scott, dropped. That one dropped. Solid coverage once again, though, by Taranio. Excuse me, I believe that's Chisholm out there at the defensive back spot. Excuse me, Dante Chisholm out there on the left side of the defense. Now, Glover at 2nd and 10 after the drop in the shotgun. Caballero to his left. Takes the snap, bobbles the snap. Now looking to his right, running to his right, looking for a man downfield over the middle, tipped. That one dangerous. That really the dangerous play altogether. After it looked like it might have been a run, bobbles the snap, picks it up, and at that point, you're trying to make something out of nothing and flip it. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got to make sure wherever you're throwing it, it's into safe territory, and that was the opposite of safe. Either way, falls to the turf, incomplete pass. Glover comes it back out, 3rd and 10 out of the shotgun for Windsor Forest. Glover takes a snap, short pass to Caballero, the check down, breaks a tackle on the sideline, breaks another one, lowers the shoulder, and picks up another first down for Mike Caballero. That's it's a little swing pass, a little completion that when you get it into the right hands can make a big play out of that. And they were trying that earlier in the season, or earlier in the game, and not able to complete it. But you see why they kept going back to it as you get the ball in Caballero's hands, and he's able to do some special things with it, especially out in space. We have another injury here in the end zone. It looks like hopefully another guy cramping up there a little bit in the end zone as the trainers get to him here this evening. But I want to thank you for joining us here from Pooler Stadium, ESPN's high school game day game of the week fueled by Enmarket. PJ Zuko here with you from Pooler Stadium as New Hampstead have a 41-6 lead over Windsor Forest, 1:53 left in the third quarter. Want to thank Enmarket. You can find fresh food, healthy snack choices, and helpful employees at your local Enmarket. They strive to serve our local communities through kind and clean in-store service and community involvement. Enmarket is passionate about bringing healthy options to their customers and promoting healthy initiatives throughout Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. We know at Enmarket gas station you will be able to find a fast, fresh choice and a friendly face. That at Enmarket, and thank them for joining us here, not only this year, but all the years we've had ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week this year in 2021 on the video stream there at ESPNcoastal.com. I certainly appreciate you tuning in. Now, back to Puller Stadium. Fourth down, about 4th and 1, so Caballero not able to pick up the first. They give it to Caballero up the middle, and he's swallowed up in the backfield. Not going to get the first. The defensive line linebackers for New Hampstead able to fill the gaps real well and apply the pressure there on the obvious run play. And I could have swore he got the first there on that swing pass, but apparently stepped out of bounds just before the first down marker. And New Hampstead comes back and solidifies that defense, makes a big play to turn the ball over on downs for Windsor Forest and give the ball right back to the Phoenix offense. Want to thank Granger Honda for joining us here. Granger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award-winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GrangerHonda.com. Have some backups coming in the game for New Hampstead now with a 41-6 lead and a 1:40 rolling clock here in the third quarter. As they hand it off there to Smith up the right side of the offense, and he's able to pick up 5 or 6 there. Is Caleb Smith. Rashawn Truill, freshman, comes in at quarterback for New Hampstead and is going to take over, you would believe, for the rest of the night. Pauly Seeley, huge night for the New Hampstead Phoenix. I believe 4 touchdown passes on the night for Seeley. And a really strong showing for this whole offense to start the 2021 season. Truill now in the gun. Looks over to his right, overthrows his receiver there. Kamari Maxwell was looking to bring it in, but just over the outstretched hands there of him. Now 3rd and 5 for this New Hampstead offense.
From the Phoenix 30.
Jamel Coast as well, looking like he's going to be off for the rest of the evening. Jamel Coast, a couple big touchdown runs in this one where he found some open space, another one where he carried 8 or 9 guys, 5 or 6 yards for the touchdown, and a big night there for Coast and the returning starters for New Hampstead. But again, Rashawn Truill there at quarterback. The freshman QB comes in. And what do we have here? Too many players on the field for New Hampstead before the snap, so that's going to back them up here. And we'll have a 3rd and 10 for New Hampstead. About a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9.5 or so. But as we saw in the last series, that half yard pretty darn important. Truill now in the pistol. Smith behind him there at the running back spot. Hands it to Smith. Goes to the left side of the line, but good solid tackle there by Windsor Forest and by Raymond McLeod. Able to bring Smith down before he got going. That's going to bring it to 4th down and bring it to the 4th quarter of this one as well. New Hampstead leading Windsor Forest from Puller Stadium. The Phoenix lead 41-6. That gives us a chance to thank the Uniform Source. The Uniform Source, multifaceted uniform store serving the greater Savannah area. School, scrubs, safety, restaurant, and catering. Church ushers too. Embroidery also available 818 Easter End Avenue, Savannah, Georgia, or check out their store inside of the Savannah Mall. The Uniform Source, I want to thank them proud sponsor of Second Down on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton Head, of course, 2 to 3 every weekday on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton Head there with Christian Gokel. Cash and Carry as well along with us this year. Cash and Carry, pull your part. They make it easy to save money and time on your car repairs. They have a large inventory of quality vehicles updated every week, and they make finding the right used auto part in Savannah simple and easy. That's Cash and Carry, pull your part here in Savannah. 41-6 lead for New Hampstead here at Pooler Stadium. ESPN High School Game Day Game of the Week fueled by Enmarket. I want to thank you for joining us here on the opening broadcast here on ESPNCoastal.com. Glad to be here with you not only tonight but all year once again using this game day format to pick what we think is going to be the best game of every single week all around the Savannah Hilton Head area. Now New Hampstead back to punt. Gets it away, solid punt. As number 7 there for New Windsor Forest gets it, finds some room here on the left side, able to juke one or two defenders, jukes Rodney Wade, and finally taken down at about the 17-yard line. Abasi Scott with the big punt return there.
Find the white hat.
Sometimes you have that. I mean, sometimes it's a really big punt, and at the end of the day, that makes it even more difficult for your defenders to run down there and get to the ball carrier. It gives him room to find a good spot. And, hey, Abasi Scott's kind of had a tough night. He's been able to get open, but just hasn't been able to make a lot of connections there with his quarterbacks, and a couple dropped passes tonight, but some really good grabs as well. Makes a huge punt return there and gives his guys some really good field position. Do have the refs talking to each other, though, and it looks like we're going to have offsetting penalties, which could nullify the big run back by Scott. We'll see when they come in. As thought maybe that would turn it around and make New Hampstead re-punt the football. But it looks like they're going to take the result of the play instead after the two offsetting penalties. So Windsor Forest, the punt return does hold there for Scott. The Knights have the ball inside New Hampstead's red zone here to start. Glover in the gun. Caballero to his left, trips to his right. Scott, the lone wide receiver, to his left. Glover takes the snap, looking to Scott, puts it up into the end zone. Scott has the catch, but again, just out of bounds.
Incomplete.
He's made 2 or 3 really solid grabs in the end zone tonight, but each one of them have just drifted out of bounds the littlest bit. So now second down once again here from the 18-yard line for Glover and this Windsor Forest offense. You can see why they like going to that fade pass, though, on the left side, to Scott's side. Gets good separation and can make some really solid grabs. But Glover takes a snap, looks to his right, little swing pass out to Savage, trying to find the edge, breaking a couple tackles, drifts out of bounds, though, at about the 4 or 5 yard line. Looks like he got to the 6. That's going to be enough for a first down for Windsor Forest, a fresh set of sticks. It's going to be first and goal from the 6 yard line for Windsor Forest. Down 41-6. 10-15 and rolling here in the fourth quarter.
And goal for Windsor Forest.
Rolling down to 10 minutes left in the ball game now. Glover in the shotgun. Hands it out to Caballero. No, he takes it himself. Glover jukes out a guy, finds his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Windsor Forest. Second rushing touchdown of the night for Chris Glover, as he's able to find the end zone and just a read option there. That's the first time tonight we've seen him give it to Caballero and just pull it himself and takes it into the end zone. So, hey, Again, first game of the year for everybody, including me. Fooled me on that one, but a great pull there by Glover. And obviously fooled the defense enough as well to get into the touchdown. Now 41-12, we'll see the 2-point conversion attempt. It looks like that Windsor Forest is lining up for, trying to make this one 41-14. 9:15 and rolling, the rolling clock here in the second half, in the fourth quarter. Glover out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to his left, throws it over the middle. It looks like it is grabbed, but ends up coming out as it was Savage trying to spin his way into the end zone, but couldn't find his way in there. Had two tacklers on his back, spinning him around and not letting him into the end zone there. Fumbles the ball. Conversion attempt, no good. 41-14 lead, 41-12 lead, holds for New Hampstead. But you do like what you're seeing from Windsor Forest here as the game rolls on, and from this offense, still able to chunk off some yards here and keep on rolling through their offense. And I think they might have found something here with Chris Glover at quarterback, certainly able to get out into space, make his presence felt there from the quarterback position. Has had some really good runs tonight, some really good escapability. Just needs to build that chemistry a little bit with his wide receivers, I think, downfield and with some of those intermediate passes. But I think once they find their rhythm running this football with the Windsor Forest consistently, it's going to be a really solid football team. And, hey, give a lot of credit to New Hampstead and the defense as well. I mean, all night they've been right up in the offensive line's grill, really, just applying pressure no matter what, whether it be a pass play or a run play. Again, early in the game, able to make some big negative plays, able to make Windsor Forest fumble twice and recover both of those fumbles. So New Hampstead's defense has been all over the place tonight, doing a really solid job keeping everybody in check for Windsor Forest. As we line up here for another kickoff, I want to remind you, Granger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award-winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GrangerHonda.com. Kickoff here by Dorman, down to about the 31-yard line. New Hampstead, or 26-yard line. New Hampstead falls on it after they bobble it. That's scary there for a minute before the Phoenix coverage team, but still able to retain possession of that one and come down at about the 26-yard line. New Hampstead leading 41-12. Got that running clock right now. It's 6:15 and rolling left in the fourth quarter.
Ball is on the 26-yard line.
And have some substitutes in the game for New Hampstead, just making sure the final touches are getting set for this offensive possession. Now down to 6 minutes in this one. And again, initial broadcast here on ESPNCoastal.com with ESPN's game day, high school game day game of the week, fueled by Enmarket. I thank everyone for joining us tonight. Be sure to check it out every Friday evening right here on ESPNCoastal.com. 7:25 broadcast time, 7:30 kickoff time most weeks, and rotating all around the Savannah Hilton Head area. So just be sure to check out where we're at every single week as we try and be at the best game with the best local flavor every single week here as well. Handoff here to Smith, goes up the middle, swallowed up by that defensive line of Windsor Forest. And once again, that's Caleb Smith in a running back for New Hampstead. And really, he's been rotated in all night. Has made some really solid plays, really solid runs for New Hampstead tonight. Stays in here for the Phoenix at running back with about 5 minutes left in this one, as Rayshawn Truhl has taken over at quarterback. Freshman QB, getting through a few throws under his belt with some live game experience, which is just immeasurable when you talk about it. I mean, it's so much different, the game speed, even in a situation like this. so much different from just going out and practicing against your same guys in practice every day. Truel looking to his right, tries to throw it up the seam there, incomplete. Off a little bit to Jalen Hampton, a sophomore wide receiver there for New Hampstead. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 8.5, 9 for New Hampstead. Once again, this offense just rolling on their initial drives of every half. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns in the first half before a few punts and a turnover for New Hampstead. And for the starters in the second half, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns to start the second half. So first quarter, third quarter, huge for the Phoenix to start this 2021 season. Rayshawn Truel in the gun. Smith to his right. Chewing that clock down. Truel takes the snap now, rolls out to his right, steps up in the pocket, looks for a man, finds him. That's Jalen Hampton coming back to the ball and making a solid snag at the 38-yard line to move the sticks and give New Hampstead the first down. Once again, trying to burn that clock as much as they can. Running clock here, 3:15 to go in the fourth. 41-12 lead over Windsor Forest for New Hampstead. Truel now back in the pistol. Smith behind him. 2 wide receivers to his left. Wide receiver to his right. Clock down to 45 to 2:45. And Brennan Truel now takes a snap. Looking to his right. Unloads up the right side. Just out of the outstretched arm of Kamari Maxwell, a freshman wide receiver. Trying to make a big snag, but able to get behind the defense, but not able to haul it in there. Like to see these young guys try and come out here and make a play. Nearly both sides of the ball. Again, this experience just unexplainable for guys who are trying to get on the field later in their career for sure. Trying to fight for a spot as well and get in the rotation. Rayshawn Truel burning that clock out of the shotgun. Rotates Smith to his left. 2 wide receivers to his left. 1 wide receiver to his right. Clock down to 1:45. Truel hands it to Caleb Smith, who breaks it off the right side. Lowers the shoulder on a few Windsor Forest Knights and gets it to midfield. It's number 19 for Windsor Forest, Jeremiah Brown, coming up and making the first hit there. You had Raymond McLeod, who's been involved in a lot of tackles tonight for Windsor Forest. Shoki Barnes as well, a sophomore for Windsor Forest, coming up from his coverage there at the safety spot to help out there with the tackle. New Hampstead trying to get everything sorted out. Truel in the pistol. Smith behind him there at the running back spot. Rotates Kamari Maxwell, out to the right side of him there at wide receiver. Truel now takes the snap, looking to his left. Throws the slant to number 30, Jordan Sonnabend. That throw a little bit behind Sonnabend there, but good, solid, athletic catch. Trying to slide down and make that grab. Picks up enough for the first down for New Hampstead, and that might be enough to take it to the end of the ball game here. 30 seconds and ticking for New Hampstead with this running clock in the fourth quarter. A 41-12 lead, and the Phoenix going to start off their 2021 season with a solid victory and a big showing by both sides of the ball. Down to 10 seconds. Truel takes the snap. Looking to his right. He's going to unload down the right side. And trying to make the big grab, but not able to come down with it is Kamari Maxwell. You have number 17 for Windsor Forest in coverage there. Shoki Barnes breaking it up. But huge victory by New Hampstead here. The Phoenix come out and roll 41-12 over Windsor Forest this evening. Some big costly penalties, and Windsor Forest tonight really plagued them and gave New Hampstead some really big opportunities to extend the lead. And if you look at the offensive side of things, man, New Hampstead firing on all cylinders at the start of each half. You talk about 3 touchdowns to start the game for New Hampstead. 3 touchdowns then to start the second half for New Hampstead as well, and just a solid all-around matchup for the Phoenix as they're able to keep on rolling throughout the game there and solidify that victory 41-12. So again, huge victory by the New Hampstead Phoenix to start off this season. Paulie Sealy, if I got it jotted down right, 4 touchdown passes on the night. Jamel Coast, the starting running back coming back from last year, 2 touchdown runs, and one where he showed his breakaway speed, one where he carried about 5 or 6 guys through the pile, about 6 or 7 yards for a 9-yard rushing touchdown as well. So New Hampstead, man, when they're firing on all cylinders and they got guys on the outside making plays, watch out. This offense can really roll. Windsor Forest, I think, offensively, they're going to get things moving in the right direction. They have the pieces in place. Chris Glover came in at quarterback in the second quarter, was able to score a couple rushing touchdowns. So it's early in the season. You're going to have these penalties. You're going to have these turnovers. But both of these Savannah area teams, man, I think they have a chance to really make an impact when they get to region play. Of course, New Hampstead in that 4A region with Benedictine, with Islands, with Jenkins. And we'll see. The competition in there is going to be tight. Windsor Forest, a playoff team from last year, 6-2 last year. A tough loss here tonight for sure. Not the 1-point game we saw last year. But they have the pieces in place, I think, to move on from this and really make some waves in region play as well. Either way, fun night tonight as well from Pooler Stadium, our first video broadcast here on ESPNcoastal.com. And really want to thank everybody for tuning in. Of course, want to thank our sponsors as well this evening for joining us. Enmarket, who stuck with us from the beginning here on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Enmarket, of course, Granger Honda tonight, Uniform Source, Cash and Carry, and Coach's Corner as well. And, of course, for running everything, our man Christian Gokel behind the scenes this evening, and Tay Smith as well from Savannah State. Want to thank them for keeping me in check here from Pooler Stadium. As PJ Zuko signing off for you. New Hampstead with a 41-12 victory over Windsor Forest from Pooler Stadium. And, hey, keep tabs on us on social media. Not going to share where we'll be next week. We're going to talk about that a little bit and choose where we think we'll see the best game and best matchup with the best, again, local flavor. That's what it's all about, and getting that exposure out to these guys on ESPNcoastal.com. So, again, thanks for joining us. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks for everybody who set this up and made this possible. Phoenix win it 41-12. Have a great one. Stay safe wherever you go tonight and this weekend, and God bless.